summer. Yeah, we're going to have a dirty black summer. Let's see what kind of summer you guys are having. That's right, folks. Middle of the day, middle of the week. Give me black summer. All right. Little Glenn Danzig here to set the kind of the summer vibes here on The Vibe. I hope you guys are ready. I hope you guys are ready to hang out. We got friends backstage. We got friends that are going to come along a little later, so we're going to have a lot of fun today. And it is Wednesday, folks, so you guys know, the regulars here know that on Wednesdays, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we do the soulful horoscope readings or rock you like a horoscope. Of course, we do the not-so-serious news. We do that every day, folks, so I know you can have fun. There's other news stories out there than the world coming to an end, and that's what we do on the BF Live, The Vibe, not-so-serious news. We have fun with the other news stories that are going on out there in the world. But none of it begins until I start taking some of this stuff out from backstage, and I'm going to bring some friends in. I'll bring them in the order they kind of showed up today. I think the last-minute guy knows that he was last minute, but I'm very happy for the return of this guy. Hell, everybody needs a day off every now and then, so let's see what he was up to and return him and welcome him back. He is my friend. He's your friend. He's from the Great White North. He is Bobby Nick. Come on, Bobby.
Deep butt cheeks, motherfuckers. The cow.
Deep butt cheeks to you, Bobby Nick. How you doing there, my friend?
Not too bad. Not too bad, Bobby.
Good, man. How you doing? I understand, you took a day off. You kind of let us know in the chat yesterday. Well, how's it going since yesterday, my friend?
Oh, today is wonderful. Today is wonderful, yes. I got deep butt cheeks.
All right, we understand that. Yeah. Well, that's good, buddy. I know that you're one of those guys, you don't really project it. You kind of, every now and then you might have an appointment and you let us know, but you just kind of like, when you feel it, you just kind of take a day off every now and then, right?
Yeah. Well, it's more like, I don't know how long I took off, actually. It was more like a day and a half.
Did you not do no filter?
No filter.
I didn't tune in last night to see how that all went.
Nothing.
How you?
Nothing. I did nothing.
So do you care to elaborate? Did you have stuff to do, or you just needed a day off to get kind of jump out?
Let's just say I did have stuff to do. It wasn't a very good situation, but
okay.
It's all good now, though.
All right, good. Well, I don't want you to share anything you're not comfortable with sharing. That's not what really I was going for. I just want to make sure if you had a doctor appointment or you just needed a day off. But obviously, we also have personal shit to deal with. So I hope whatever it is that you kind of dealt with it, I'm glad you're back. Bobby Nick is back.
Yeah, I'm back.
One day, we think, man, I played that dirty black summer. I'm trying to think of all my summer themed songs, man. I'm going through them in my mind. Good summer songs. And Dirty Black Summer hit me today, Bobby. Glenn Danzig.
That's a good one.
Dirty Black Summer. But there you go, buddy. All right, well, I'm certainly glad that you're here today. Yes. Anything else?
No.
I thought you were going to add something.
Let's move
all right,
on.
my friend. Well, I'm happy to have Bobby Nick here. And I have a feeling, will there be a lounge after today's show?
There will
so there you go,
lounge,
folks.
Yes.
It's only 14 minutes after 12 where I'm coming to you from. We're already having fun. We're going to have fun for the next 3 hours or so if we don't go into overvibe, which we're likely to do because 3 hours just doesn't seem to be enough time to hang out with this great chat family, especially on a Whack-A-Goal Wednesday. But this is just the beginning of today's fun because like Bobby Nick, I kind of already got out of him. Today is In the Lounge with Bobby Nick. And for those of you that know, right after this show today, immediately following this show, Bobby Nick will be doing his Bringing MTV Back music show. You go over there on YouTube and Rumble until he breaks off and becomes Rumble exclusive. And for $1, it's a bargain. He'll play any music video that you request there. And it's a lot of fun. I know Spawn enjoys it and a lot of the chat family. So we already have that to look forward to. And we'll be plugging that more as we go along with the show today. But this is The Vibe 337. This is Wednesday. How you doing, man? So you didn't do nothing, just chilling out. Now you're really getting back on the horse on BF Live The Vibe, huh?
That's right.
Awesome, my friend. Yeah. Well, let's see what our other friend is up to down there. He's the Florida man. You know that he's the bro that everybody knows. And he's co-streaming this show on Andrew the Giant 96 channel and on his Facebook. So let's see how he's doing because I know everybody's curious. He's my friend. He's yours. A lot of people know him around here as the Human Sports Ticker, but we just call him Andrew the Giant. He was doing the show off camera there, Bobby Nick, apparently. Yeah. So he was so what, you want to fill us in now that you're live and let us know what you were saying when you were backstage?
Dude, I missed you yesterday, man.
Yeah, I missed you too, buddy. I was watching though. I was watching.
Yeah, and that was yes. Go ahead, Andrew.
Did I do okay without you?
Yeah, it was a good show.
There you go. Well, that's the whole thing about, Bobby Nick. How about that, Andrew? How you doing, number one? And then number two, just like your show and my show yesterday, Bobby was nice enough to get in there and like super chat and gave a gifted membership. So even though he wasn't in the show, he was still participating and helping us out with the show in the chats. And that's a chat family bro right there. So I'm glad that we're all back today. I haven't seen Scott raise his head today or come up backstage. Is he still having his problems there, Andrew, with his computer?
Yeah.
Did he hang out on No Filter with you guys last night?
No.
He did not, huh?
It wasn't on No Filter.
No, well, maybe he's taking a little, maybe a forced or electronic respite, depending on what's going on with Scott. But there you go. How about this, guys? We're going to hang out for 3 hours with the chat family. We got great chat family in here, and I will remind everybody again that it is a shameless day. It's a Wackago Wednesday. Come on, PayPal, Streamlabs, Super Chats, Rumble Rants, bail bonds, Amazon gift cards. We're doing it all today. Doing like Aaron.
We're getting in here, by the way.
That's quite all right, Andrew. You're probably going to be heading to lunch soon, aren't you, buddy?
Hopefully I'll get the mail soon because I'm sick of having these accidents.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
I pissed myself right before coming on the show.
What are you doing, a Perry Caravello impression over there? What the fuck do you think is going on over there, Andrew?
Shut the fuck up.
Oh, you piss yourself in your chair all the time, Perry. I think Andrew's trying to do an impression of you. So, Andrew, there it is peeing right there. Now, what have you watched on your new TV? All right, we get it. What have you watched on your new TV yet since it's been hooked up, buddy?
YouTube.
Just YouTube? You've been casting to your new thing, to your TV?
Yep.
Well, that's good. What do you know? How about no rabbit ears, no over-the-air signal, nothing else, just YouTube?
No, they don't have cable around here at all.
Oh, man. Well, they got to hook a brother up with some rabbit ears. There's got to be some good over-the-air channels that maybe you could get. You get some MeTV or something like that, or get your basic Foxes and all the over-there stuff. Well, maybe as you go, they'll hook you up, Andrew. Maybe we'll get you some rabbit ears. That's a good old term. The two pieces of metal that used to stick out the back of the TV. The good old rabbit ear antenna. That's what Andrew needs. You remember those, buddy?
Yeah.
All right, well, Andrew needs some rabbit ears or something. All right, guys. Well, I'm glad that you guys are here to hang out with me for the next 3 hours. Even if you got no TV to watch, we'll make our own fun on this Wackago Wednesday. All right, so what do you say we begin the show and start it and let's get...
I had access to gifting memberships because if I had access, I would gift 5 right now.
You would give 5 right now, would you, Andrew? Well,
yes, I would.
Well, it's funny that you say that there, Andrew. We don't have direct access. I do agree with you, Andrew, that it would be nice that when we have certain people that we would like to focus on to be able to direct memberships to particular individuals. But the way they do it here on YouTube is that you go out and you just gift memberships and they kind of go out to whoever's kind of out there in the old chatville. And speaking of membership gifting, you reminded me that I have some free ones to give away, and I'm going to do that at the end of that opening chat family check-in, buddy.
Oh, so Bobby friend, did I ever tell you?
What did you
tell
me?
Did I ever tell you that one day I was just sitting here and I was looking at my YouTube stats.
Okay.
And I seen that I had a super thanks. Guess who it was from?
Who was that super thanks from?
This little motherfucker here.
Andrew. Now let's explain for those, YouTube is attempting to like roll out things similar that other services have, like jewels and gifting, where you can give things back and forth to people in the chat. But one of the simplest things that they do have working right now is that, excuse me, Andrew, any video that you watch that's already posted and you didn't get a chance to super chat it live and you want to show them some financial love, that's what Bobby Nick is talking about. So Andrew went on there and actually gave a couple bucks and gave a thanks after the fact, right, Bobby Nick?
He did.
I've received 1 or 2 of those, Bobby Nick, and I'm just thoroughly just heartened and surprised when somebody takes the time after a live show to say, hey man, I really like what you do, and I gave you a super thanks, gave you a little money after the fact. That's very generous. Very nice, Andrew.
I used my iPad.
You used your iPad? How much did you give him, buddy? Come on, give it up. How much you give him? How much?
$2.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. There you go. Big time. So that's a little hint on this Whack a Goal Wednesday that if you enjoy a show and you're like, man, I really enjoy what they do, like BF Live The Vibe. I wish I could be there live to give a couple bucks to show my appreciation, where you can always go back and look for super thanks on any kind of past live episodes, and you can do it that way. All right, buddy. Anything else, Andrew?
When
You're ready to ramp up.
I don't give like overly, but when I
give what you can.
That's right. It's not what you got, it's what you get. Or no, it's Tesla. Never mind. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
It's the thought that counts.
That's right.
Right.
And we say every dollar helped. And so Andrew thought that $2 would help. And, a lot of times, Andrew, and I think I will go and speak a little bit for Bobby Nick, a lot of times it's just the surprise and the acknowledgement of somebody taking their time after the fact with a super thank to go, wow, man, that was really nice of you to think of me after I already did a show and hook me up with a couple bucks, man. That was very nice of you, Andrew. Considering that Bobby Nick is your on-screen bro all the time. I mean, it's easy to catch him up in the mix and go, hey, man, I work with this guy. Why super chat him? But we really appreciate all of the support. $1, $2, whatever. It all adds up. Right, Andrew?
They called me for lunch, y'all.
All right. Well, while Andrew goes through lunch, I'm going to go to my... All right. Yes. Go ahead. Anything else to say before you go?
Bobby, hold on the fort till I get back.
We'll do the best we can to hold down the fort while Andrew goes and takes care of his lunch bins. We think we can do it, Bob? Andrew, he believes in us, buddy.
I think we can do it, man.
All right. Well, no time greater than the present. Andrew's went off to lunch. Bobby Nick is lighting up a fresh one, folks. So now I guess that means it's time for me to go over to my media elements. But it's time for you on this Wednesday to let us know in the chat what you're up to today. Are you at work? Are you at home? You got a ham sandwich? You got leftovers? Are you in line waiting for food? What is your situation on this Wednesday as I go to my elements, which are right here, and we begin the show 3 hours of fun with the opening chat family check-in for Wednesday. BF Live The Vibe Stream Show 337, folks. Let's go.
Talk amongst yourselves. Talk amongst yourselves. Talk amongst yourselves.
Let's go. That's right. I said in my promotions today on Twitter X and other places on Instagram that it's more than gossip. It's an actual show. So let's have an actual show for 3 hours. It wouldn't be anything without you guys helping me make this an actual show. So post them up, folks. I will go to H for my horse sound. A, B, C, D, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, J, H. Here we go. And I will say it's post time. Post your chats for the opening chat family check-in, and we'll create a vibe.
1 minute to post time. Approaching the gate.
Here we go, folks.
They're at the post.
We are at the post.
Now they're moving in the gate.
You ready? Pecan begins the festivities. As per usual, with his goony goo goo you begonias, he says pecan emoji, unga bonga, and what do you gano, and even throws the BF Chang emoji in there because he supports me as a member here on The Vibe. And to that, my friend, I say, what do you gano, pecan? Let's get it going. That's right, and we move on to the next chat and the opening chat family check-in, which will be also of the usual. It's my friend Pecan with the $2 one. He says, oh shit, we're having it and we're doing it because we got Bobby Nick here at the same time. So we're doing it, we're having it.
Doing it.
And we're just beginning the fun, folks, because like I said, immediately following this show, Bobby Nick is going to keep this. Anybody that wants to keep partying and you're not done after 3 hours, Bobby Nick's got a great music show lined up for you immediately following this show today. Let's keep going. Let's keep the fun rolling. Yes. I'll just you're agreeing or okay.
Yeah,
there you go.
Exactly.
Pecan checks in and supports me as a member utilizing all of the membership emojis we have fun with here on The Vibe. The BF Chang emoji, Andrew, Bobby Nick, Wendy in a singlet, Tammy and Scott, his own one, Psych Clyde, everybody, Perry. They're all right there. Thank you, my friend Pecan, for helping me on that last one. Whack the goal. I didn't give you a little play on that Whack a Goal Wednesday. Let's go. Let's keep the fun going here. Whoop, whoop, says Juggler Jen checking in on The Vibe on a Wednesday. It's my supportive friend, Juggler Jen. She gets the whoop whoop from Pecan. Just a Guess says BF Buffalo. The Buffalo's in the house. Pecan shouts out Just a Guess with the Hoya. Then Pecan hits me yet again with another $2 super chat on this Wackago Wednesday. Up in this biatch, says our friend. Thank you for the $2 on a Wackago Wednesday. Don't forget, I take EBT, Amazon gift cards, and bail bonds. Let's go. I take it all. Come on, folks. All that stuff, whatever you got here. We take it all here on the Vibe on a shameless Wackago Wednesday. Just a Guess is having fun throwing out those emojis out there. Flex 316. You know what? Bobby Nick, I've had so many people in mind that come and go from our chat, and I realize that people have lives and stuff and all, but Flex 316 and some of my Australian friends I have been missing from down under. Flex 316 checks in. It's been a minute, right?
Yeah, good to see you back, man.
We had the lovely Stacey Allen check in, and the equally lovely Brian Kowalczyk checked in yesterday. Stacey and Brian hadn't been around in a minute too, Bobby Nick. So it was really fun that all of these people that I know have busy lives and we get scattered and we get a little thinned out in the summer taking care of our business are coming back in. So I knew you loved me all along, Flex. Welcome back to the Vibe. Pecan gets the shout out love to Flex 316 and says, good day. We haven't said our good days in a long time. Flex, good day from Pecan to Pecan from Flex. FJM checks in and says, never fear. I am here. Get high noon to you all. Pecan.
Ooh, fucking spider on my hand. God damn it.
Oh, damn. Spider hand.
I know.
Just got bit on my spider hand. That's messed up. Yeah, you hate when they just come right, and then you wonder where every other thing you feel now, you're going to think it's another spider on your body.
I know. Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
I'm paranoid for the next 2 hours.
Yeah, we're getting to a peak bug level here in the States where I'm at, Bob. We almost have to sweep off the door just to get in from all the bugs that are swarming around the light and the door. And the bugs are like at their height, it seems to be. Just a Guess says late and gay all the way. Speaking of late and gay, Bob Levy hung out with Jim PCL last night on the Perry Chronicles on the Levyverse channel. I hung out and watched that a little bit, and they went over Bob's airport pickup when Bob came out there to stay with Perry. I think that was the New Year's show, but it was the airport pickup, and they kind of went through the whole tape of Perry picking up Bob, and you got to see it from perspective of Tom and Perry showing up and finding Bob at the airport. So if you missed that, check out the Perry Chronicles over there on the Levyverse. Admiral Butterfingers checks in. I salute you. He says, what's going on, y'all? Nothing but a real fun show here over here, Admiral Butterfingers. I hope you're hanging out to be part of it. Oscar Electric is having fun with the flame and the emojis.
That's good.
I appreciate Oscar Electric's enthusiasm and nice things he says about BF Live the Vibe. Matt checks in and says, BF and the Midday Freaks, he coined it. Matt checks in on the Vibe. Oscar Electric shouts out our friend Pecan and Matt as well. Just Bart checks in with a health report saying, Hoya chat family, I'm home and relaxing for now. For now. We're getting a health report already. We got FJM checking in. We got Just Bart checking in. Jenny gets the love and the fire from our friend Oscar Electric. Party Hardy Group says FJM. Admiral gets the love from Pecan. Oscar Electric gets acknowledged from our friend Matt. Bart, good day, sir, from Oscar Electric. Oscar Electric, that is. Pecan gets the love and the bones up and the love from our friend Matt checking in. Devil horns up. Oscar Electric, it's Pecan saying to Cal to you. FJM gets love from our friend Matt. Pecan shouts out with the bones up to Matt. Admiral Butterfinger says, let's go. He's ready for 3 hours of positive vibes. It's more than gossip. It's a show. Not the Bees, another old friend. They're all coming back, Bobby Nick. They're all coming back. Good morning. Alf 2.0 is here, baby, says Not the Bees checking in. Not the Bees 2098, another old friend checking in. Pecan shouts out. Let me click it. Shout out Just Bart with the Hoya. Just Bart says, good day to you, Oscar. Not the Bees, cheers, bud, and ha from our friend Matt. Pecan shouts out Not the Bees, cheers, my dude. Good day, Pecan from Just Bart. Cheers to Pecan and ha from Not the Bees. Not the Bees shouts out cheers to Matt and says, don't drink too many Pepsis. Don't do it. It's not worth it. Don't drink all them Pepsis. Well, I do have another message for you on a Wednesday, though. It's not only a Wackago Wednesday. This is a good message to keep in mind, too. A public service from BF Live The Vibe.
Never forget, the weekend will always last longer if you start drinking on Wednesday.
Hell yeah, see that? Got public service messages. It'll always, that's a more you know.
Then we got bouncing fucking titties, motherfucker. Oh, yeah.
Take two.
Never forget, The weekend will always last longer if you start drinking on Wednesday.
Hell yeah, drinking, smoking, laughing, joking, whatever you do. Just do it in moderation and make sure you're here for the next BF Live The Vibe. Matt Gibbard says, not the bees. I'm number 11 right now. For those of you keeping up with the XP points, I want to remind everyone participating in this opening chat family check-in, or even if you're lurking and you're not participating, why don't you throw us a chat real quick if you can, and make sure that your accept gifted membership setting is turned on, because at the end of this opening chat family check-in, I will be gifting 5 BF Live The Vibe memberships. You'll be able to have fun, use the emojis. The Andrew emojis, the Bobby Nick, the Wendy in a wrestling singlet, Scott and his Tammy kissing, and all the fun ones right after the opening chat family check-in. Matt says, ha. Not the B says, geesh. And then he says, ha. And then says, I ask literally everyone who comes to Mr. Perfect the how many Pepsis can they drink question. I'm not familiar with your Mr. Perfect. Totally, they're not the bees, but maybe we'll get more familiar. Maybe we can talk about that and throw your link in the chat or something if you're doing your thing here on the YouTubes. Geesh says, Matt, bees gets the love from my friend Terry Nee. My highly heterosexual, homosexual friend Terry Nee checks in. Not the bees says, I'm ready for the morning. Just shotgunned a triple shot cold coffee, 300 milligrams of caffeine, LFG. Let's go. Whoa, let me see what I got here. Here we go. I got one for you. There you go. He shot out of a cannon. Come on. Shotgunned it. Cheers to Terry Nee and happy birthday greetings from Not the Bees. Well, whether it be Terry Nee or anyone else did you know celebrating a birthday this upcoming week, we all say from everyone here at The Vibe, happy birthday, y'all.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, Terry Nee, and anyone celebrating their birthday this week. I'll remind you again that the Nightbot is running the Shawnee Zone link. That's right, not high register Shawnee. It's Shawnee. That's right, from Stern Show fame. He's restarting his kind of Shawnee Zone show and doing it on his own channel. So go over there and hit that link and give him a free like, share, and subscribe. Funny, Bobby's funny looking. Terry always resents those little kind of self-bragging kind of things I put in there. Bob complimenting me about being funny. I hit a nerve with that, Terry. Bees, birthday pool party, says our friend Terry Nee checking in. Uh-oh. Thongs out, dongs out if it's a Terry Nee birthday party. You got to watch. See, there he is, just jumped in the pool naked. Matt says, bees, you should have drank a Pepsi, huh? I'm just here in the summer, says our friend Just Bart. Are you here for our dirty black summer? I got a Pepsi for later, says our friend Not the Bees. You know, I will interchange between Pepsi and Coke. Some people will not do that. They're loyal to one or the other all the time. How about you, my friend?
I've done that before. I mean, I don't drink either anymore because it's got caffeine in it, and I got like some kind of caffeine sensitivity.
You got rot gut too? I call it rot gut, Bob. When you drink too much caffeine, you get that belly ache? Is that what you're talking about?
No,
or something else?
Actually, it's not that. It's the fact that I get jittery and I can't sleep at night.
Oh, wow.
So
I literally get
from soda. Yeah. It's weird.
Yeah.
It's weird. But yeah, back in the day when I used to drink it, I would have a Pepsi, I would have a Coke. I didn't give a shit, really.
I interchange. And when we go, excuse me.
I was very loyal to Coke for the longest time, but then I was starting to have like that heartburn and crap,
Yeah, that's what I call it, rot gut, Bob. I call it rot gut.
I switched over to Pepsi for a while. But then it's like, I'll have a Coke, then I'll have a Pepsi, then I'll have a Coke. Didn't really matter.
As a matter of fact, when it comes to Pepsi, I do prefer. My doctor told me that one day. Said I told him about this rot gut, and he said you might want to cut back on your caffeine. And ever since I discovered like caffeine-free Pepsi, Bob, it has been a lot better for me. So I relate to that a little bit. I'm ready for the pool party. I got extra joints and snacks. Thongs out, dongs out. Thongs out, dongs out. Not the bees. He's ready for a summer pool party. There's the link for Scott Fitzpatrick stuff. I always hang out. Can't help it. Can't help it. Oh, wait, look, self-bragging over here. Is Terry Nee always hangs out. Come on, dude. Yeah. Terry, put your junk away. It's your turn on the green. Just kicking back, watching the best afternoon show in the biz. Thank you, FJM. Admiral Butterfingers wishes a deep butt cheeks to Bobby Nick. He knows what's up.
Well, deep butt cheeks to you.
There you go. I had to give you a chance to return that greeting right here. Why don't I do that real quick? I got. There it is.
I got deep butt cheeks.
There we go. Bobby Nick, cigs up, smoke them if you got them from our friend Matt checking in.
Deep butt cheeks, Matt. Smoke them if you got them, motherfuckers, because that's how we do. That's how we do.
Already the excitement is building in the chat from Not the Bee saying, Bobby to Cal. The question is, are you ready for In the Lounge to Cal?
Yes, I am.
So tell them how it works, Bob. You know, probably somewhere near the end of the show, if your eager ones haven't got in already, people will start forming in on like your YouTube channel on Bobby Nick 1978. The link is in this chat.
Yeah, that's right. And then for the low price of $1, you go over to Rumble, hit that dollar sign and send $1, and I will play the music video that you link me up to. Or you can gift a sub and get 6. Count them, 6.
Ooh, he's got bargains and deals over there on Bobby Nick 1978. Which eventually...
those 6 credits never expire. They never expire.
Whoa, they never expire. So if you use 3 of them and Bobby holds the other 3 for you, you can always come back another day and play your other 3. Right. We'll talk about it continuously as we continue on. I didn't know Bobby Nick. I worried all day, says Terry Nee. He was wondering where you were.
I'm fine now, Terry Nee.
A day without Bobby Nick, if he's not on at least a show, everybody worries about him. And people were demanding you yesterday in my chat yesterday. I had to tell them, Bob, you deserve a day off every now and then too, damn it. There you go. Pecan shouts out Terry to the knee. Lynn Munger checks in and says, hey, from the Andrew the Giant 96 channel. If Andrew are on screen, he's telling you he's okay. He's going to come back, and we're going to play Guess What Andrew Ate by the food left on his face in a couple minutes there, Lynn. Thanks for checking in. I missed you, says Lynn on Andrew the Giant 96. And then she says, guys, so I'll say that it's for all of us and not just for Andrew. Thank you, Lynn. We missed you as well. We know that summer, I can tell it's getting busy, Bob, because you see some people you see here and some people you don't see here. So I think everybody's in the middle of summer right now. I'm starting to feel it. So if you don't see people around, I'm saying that's why. Bobby Nick came out of the closet. What are we talking about here?
Hello, Frisco.
We call that just going out for an appointment if he goes outside, Terry. We don't call it literally coming out of the closet, but there you go. Terry Nee would, though. Terry Nee asked Not the Bees, I watched the worst bird movie ever on Sunday. It was Birdemic. Oh, my God. That sounds like Sharknado, Bob. Birdemic? That sounds like Sharknado. Wow, we'll have to give us more information about that. Bees, I need to watch that, says Terry Nee. Oscar Electric says, I really thought Bobby was MIA. I was about to call the Canadian Mounted Police. He was going to call the RCMP out on you.
I pretty much was MIA, you know. I a day and a half. I was
MIA, paper planes, Bobby Nick. Oscar Electric, thank you for your having fun and enthusiasm with us. Where the hell is Andrew? I told you, Lynn. There you go. I said it before he got to it. We'll give you the Andrew update when he comes back. Oscar Electric is ready for power. And Pecan says, go, 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 go. Deep butt cheeks to Bobby Nick and to Cal. And fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
We're having it and we're doing it. Lynn Monger says, where's my boy? We've been updating. We'll keep you updated, Lynn. Still no current. I'd say Andrew. So let me see. 1 minute. When he comes back, it'll sound something like this. But not yet. There's the Nightbot running the Andrew the Giant links if you want to give him something on his Cash App, his PayPal, or could subscribe to him over there on Andrew the Giant 96 channel where the show is being co-streamed currently. Matt says, fuck yeah, Andrew, good that duck juice. Hey, buddy, from our friend Lynn Monger checking in. What's up, big pimpin' Andrew, using the Andrew emoji. Once again, you can only utilize the Andrew emoji if you are a member here on The Vibe. Make sure you have your gifted membership settings turned on because I will be gifting some right at the conclusion of this opening chat family check-in. I'll be giving away 5. Articulate John says, breathe, Bobby. He's probably talking about me. He knows I'm shot out of a cannon. I've been accused of being a robot before there, my friend, so I think I know what you're getting at. How you doing, Articulate John checking in? This is what I love doing, my friend. Andrew getting the love. Still no Andrew, says Oscar from Oscar Electric. Articulate John gets a love from Pecan. There is the Nightbot running all of Bobby Nick's links for In the Lounge on Rumble right there. So he starts out on both services, and after a while, it goes Rumble exclusive, so you can join in from the party and start getting excited about the music on YouTube. And then he's going to let you know. He'll give you the link, and you can switch over to Rumble, and all the links right there. You get you there right after the show. Andrew, good afternoon to you. Party on, dude. Party on, Wayne, and party on, Garth. Andrew, good to see you, my dude from Not the Beast. Not yet. Let's see. We're going to BF Live. Captain Nick and Andrew from Mandy Diff checks in.
Deep butt cheeks to you, Mandy.
A deep butt cheeks to Mandy Diff checking in. Always being supportive here on the Vibe. Bob, when I do see the afternoon show, when I pass by it, often I see Mandy Diff on screen, her name, and her car is just zooming down the road. Just zooming down the road. That's what I see. That's what I see of Mandy Diff when I see her on your show.
And she seems to be going a lot faster than she actually is.
That sounds like you're taking up for her legally or something like that, Bobby.
Well,
because it does look fast to me.
I think it's just her camera angle or something.
Maybe the smallness and but it does. It looks like she's doing like 50 or 70 miles an hour all the time. I'm like, Mandy, be careful out there. Let's see. Mandy Div Hoya from our friend Peacunt. Mandy Div shouts out Peacunt in return. Not the Bees gets love from Mandy Div as we're nearing the end of the opening chat family check-in on a Wackago Wednesday. Mandy Div cheers from Not the Bees. BF Live the Vibe membership links are right there if you want to help me out on this Wackago Wednesday. I understand if you don't have $2 to give every show, but if you want to support me for as little as $4.99 a month, you can do it by clicking on that link right there. Admiral Butterfingers is ready. He says, let's go. Admiral Butterfingers now checks in from Andrew the Giant 96, giving both channels love, and we appreciate that. It helps the algorithm. Thank you, Admiral Butterfingers, checking in from Andrew the Giant 96 channel. Oscar Electric comes at me with a $2 super chat. So much enthusiasm and so complimentary. Thank you, my friend, not only here in the super chat, but on Twitter, X, and everything. I really appreciate anybody that's enthusiastic about a show, and especially people that help me towards Wackago Wednesday. Thank you for your positivity and support there, my friend Oscar Electric. I love seeing the maniacal kind of avatar there, Bobby Nick, but then seeing the hashtag of love. You got me? I'm perplexed, but I love me some Oscar Electric. There you go. Thank you, Oscar. Yeah. Let's see. I'm sitting out of my backyard, says Oscar Electric, sitting by the pool, contemplating doing some work as I listen to you. Fuck work. Fire one up. I'm armed and ready. Don't ever threaten me with a good time, Oscar Electric. Thank you for your support, buddy. Oscar Electric gets love from Mandy Diff. Little Lemmy checks in for those positive vibes and says, good afternoon, fellers.
Hey.
Another person that kind of is not about all this craziness in the world, and she does her own kind of show with her vibe. So if you're ever up in the morning, check out Little Lemmy. She does her positive vibe things where she just hangs out and kind of smokes a bit more than me, I dare say, Little Lemmy. Ain't nothing wrong with that. And has a good time and good vibes over there. So when you're not ready for all this craziness, hang out with Lemmy in the morning and come over here for the vibe. What's up, Lemmy? And hello, Granny. Oscar Electric shouts out Manny. Vibe to Cal from RBLQ Plus. Mr. Plus checks in. Lemmy gets love from Oscar Electric. Lemmy, good afternoon from Peacunt. Mandy Diff shouts out Lemmy and the Rev. Oscar gets love from Lemmy. Yo, Rev from Oscar Electric. The RBLQ Plus says hello to Mandy Diff and says to Cal. Little Lemmy shouts out Peacunt and Mandy Diff. The RBLQ says hello to Oscar Electric with a to Cal. Peacunt to Cal from RBLQ Plus. RBLQ Peacunt from Peacunt to Cal. RBLQ Plus says Little Lemmy to Cal. Gimme Bezos checks in and says, hola, players. Little Lemmy gives Rev to Cal and salutes. RBLQ Plus says, hit the like, folks. Please do that because I understand and I know that you love us. You know, I'm not that insecure, but please let these services, whether it be Rumble or YouTube or wherever you're enjoying the show, hit that like button because it helps us look like we're good. Oscar Electric says, Oscar Electric wants to spend all day with Bobby Nick. Hashtag stalker. Well, today is your lucky day, Oscar Electric, as you know, because Bobby Nick, he took a little breather yesterday, but I think the boy is back and he's going to be doing In the Lounge right after this show today. Takezo Shinmen checks in, another name I haven't seen for a minute. Good day, Lemmy. Good health to you. What's up? Domo arigato, Takezo. Thanks for checking here on the Vibe today on a Wednesday, my friend. Let's see. Here we go. Ooh, look who's checking in. Another friend checking in. I always love this. Amber checks in on the opening chat family check-in on the Vibe. She says, I hate being sick. Good afternoon, gentlemen. Well, we hope we make you feel better, or at least you forget about how sick you are. LOL, Spider-Ham, Spider-Ham. Bobby got him a Spider-Ham. Amber Alert, good afternoon from Peacunt That's what we learned. Little Lemmy says, Takezo, to you as well. I hope your pillow stayed very cool all night. You as cool as the other side of the pillow. Patrick Belmar checks in. I say good morning to you, sir. Bones up. Oh, okay. Thank you for that word. Thank you for that message. Let me see. Jim is a star, says RBLQ. Jim is the boss. Jim says, and that's what happens. Oh, he's not riding a roller coaster, so I think that's indicating that maybe lunch is over, folks. So who's ready to play that new great game show? We got a new game show here on BF Live The Vibe, and it's called Let's Guess What Andrew Ate for Lunch by looking at his face, ladies and gentlemen. You ready?
Oh,
Andrew's
no.
just coming back from lunch, and he's probably got some shit on his face, and we're going to guess what he ate for lunch. Here we go. All right, enough. Without further ado, it's Andrew. Oh, we got some cottage cheese.
No.
Cottage cheese.
Yes.
We got to give some guesses. Andrew's back from lunch. Little Lemmy getting the LOL from Takezo. Both sides LOL, says Little Lemmy about the pillow. Juicy man meat and Bobby Nick emojis are being utilized by our friend RBLQ+. Space Nerd checks in a little later than normal. But to that on 3, we say 1, 2, 3. Nerd. The nerd call goes out. Space Nerd says good morning to RBLQ+, and good morning to me. Good morning to you, nerd. Pecan gives the nerd call from Hoya. Hoya, nerd call from Pecan. RBLQ+ says, Space Nerd, good morning to you, sir. Takezo says, it's my day off. Might go see 28 years later. All right. What's up, Pecan? How is it? Says Admiral Buttercup. Admiral Butterfingers, that's a Buttercup. Space Nerd getting love from Little Lemmy. Amber says, Space Nerd, hey, lady. Glad everybody's checking in, throwing the love around. Matt gets love from FJM. The Nightbot's running all of our friends' bot. The nerd call goes out from FJM to the nerd. Pecan gets love from the nerd. Patrick Belmar says, milk does a body good. It certainly does. Let's see here.
He needs some milk.
Takezo checks in and says, thanks for playing it twice. She's hot. 4K checks in and says, Hoya, Bobbies.
Hey.
Well, I think we had a Gano go out, but let's all say to everyone, I'm about to say it's Happy Wednesday. It's Happy Hoya Wednesday. As soon as I find it, they moved all my elements when I was on vacation. Can I get a Hoya? 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 Space Nerd acknowledges the other lovely ladies in my chat today. I love having a great group of ladies that love to hang out for positive, fun vibes. Space Nerd says hello to the lovely ladies, Little Lemmy and Amber Alert. Hoya, Matt, and I will do the sexy segments later on today, nerd, since I didn't do them yesterday. Good morning, FJM, from our friend Space Nerd. 4K and Nerd gets love from Mandy Diff. Amber shouts out Pecan with the Hoya. Hoya Mandy from Space Nerd. Matt says Hoya to the Space Nerd. 4K gets love from Little Lemmy. Pecan shouts out 4K as well. Just Bart says, yes, I am. Baked AF says Flex316 checking in from down under. He's a good, I forgot how many. Oh, yeah, Flex is back, Andrew. Flex showed up again when you were gone, my friend.
Sorry, Flex, I wasn't here.
Flex, he guessed that you had man semen for lunch. Nope, wrong guess. Let's see. Let's see. Good day, Flex316 checking in. 4K gives love to Lemmy. Flex316 says, got that sending in a sec space. Oscar Electric says, I apologize to the ladies in the chat room. Bobby, it's me. Oscar Electric. Dry, rubbing 1 or 2 out before bedtime. Some white noise in the background and a few times on the night table. Okay, that's a little, we call that TMI. That's oversharing. There is such a thing as oversharing, Oscar Electric, and you just did it. P&S Patio, the Piss and Shit Patio, is where the party should happen. Right, Perry? Isn't that right?
Shut the fuck up.
We had a killer party on the Piss and Shit Patio. Try, not dry, he says Oscar Electric. Damn autocorrect. Let me says, too late, Oscar. It was already hilarious the first attempt. The Reverend Bobby B. quote says, deep butt cheeks to you, Bobby Nick. You're bringing the sexy to the Dabbleverse.
Deep butt cheeks.
You're bringing.
I got deep butt cheeks.
The vibe continues to be worldwide as Dang Lizard checks in. All of our summer friends are checking in. It's so good to see everybody.
I see nothing. I know nothing.
I know Dang Lizard, a friend, is in the chat. 4K in the chat says, my question is, why do you make us take our pants off before you let us in the lounge, Bobby Nick? Did you care to adjust that, buddy?
Well, I mean, I'm also a doctor, so it's okay. It's okay.
Oh, okay.
Don't worry.
He's a MD. I called the Canadian government, says our friend Oscar Letry. He was calling the RCMP. He was worried about you yesterday, buddy. I came in a closet once. Wait, no, what are you talking about? You came in a closet once. What's up? Hey, thank you, Looney Tunes critic. Thank you for your generosity yesterday, and thanks for your fun participation today. Thanks for being on part of the vibe today. Takezo says, when you start the Guess What Andrew Ate segment, I'm leaving. Well, it wasn't much. I was kind of just creating a segment in the moment because I knew that Andrew was definitely going to come back with something on his face. Andrew, would you like to tell the people what you have said that we can't identify on your face?
Coleslaw.
Coleslaw. That looks about right. I didn't know Cole was going to visit you today. Oh, see what I did there? A guy named Cole visited you. Coleslaw and what else, Andrew? Another question from our friend Dang Lizard checking in the chat. Why would Bobby Nick demand poop pictures for every song he plays? Wow, Bob, you're really getting hooked to those poop pictures, aren't you there, buddy?
Yeah, you can blame Wendy. Blame Wendy.
Blame Wendy, you know? Let's see. I have another S or what? S-H. I did have a song about that. Oh, yes, I do, you know?
She shits up her pants.
'Cause she's always a Wendy to me. You know what to do. You know what to do, Poppy. Looney Tunes critic says, came in a closet once, didn't see that coming. Hi-oh! It's hard to see. Hit yourself in the eye with that one. You got to watch those close spaces. Sharknado is way better, not even a comparison, says our friend to Birdemic. Flex316 shouts out Space Nerd and says, sent you a pic or two. Oop. Flex316 says, GG, almost done. Thank you, Flex from Space Nerd, as we continue on with the chat family check-in. Looney Tunes critic, what's up, Doc? Says our friend Space Nerd. Looney Tunes critic shouts out and says, I'm a snob because I don't look so bad. They're good movies and they are made to be bad on purpose. We're talking about all those. I tried to watch like Sharknado when Benji and all those were in there, Bobby Nick. It's hard to like sit there through the whole thing for me.
Not for me. I find an enjoyment in terrible things.
You do. You love like
it's gotta have some kind of like finesse to it, though. You know, it can't just be like total garbage just for being total garbage.
Yeah, the sharks. When I saw the sharks flying and everything, that was amazing. But yeah, Bob is our resident horror guy, and he loves all of that kind of edgy or kind of on the edge kind of stuff, like silliness. The Looney Tune critic, Hoya, from our friend Peacunt. 4K says, another good question, dang. Reds, R-E-D-Z-Z checks in from Andrew the Giant 96 and says, how are you guys doing today? We're doing good, Reds. Andrew's hanging out on my show, BF Live The Vibe. Say hello to your friend Reds checking in from your channel.
Hey, how are you?
Reds is checking in. Peacunt, hey Doc from our friend, the Looney Tunes critic. Dang Lizard Hoya from Peacunt. Not to be says, Peacunt, how was your 4th? We'll have to see later on. Peacunt might stop in. The Looney Tunes critic, not at all. You look like what you like. What's up? Yo, says our friend Reds checking in. Space Nerd. Hashtag, what's that? Alley's on Breen. Alley's on Breen. FJM says, I was thinking the same thing. She flies down the road. Not the bees. It's okay. Had to work on the 4th. How was yours, bro? They're doing good. They're catching. Hey, do you like the Looney Tunes critic? It says, hit that like button, everybody. I appreciate that. We're nearing the end of the chat family check-in as Stormy checks in. The mod and producer. So, Andrew, what did you do last night? I heard that you guys were planning that Bobby Nick wasn't going to be there yesterday and that Stormy kind of held it down and made sure the show happened for you yesterday. Yeah. How did that go? Yeah. How did that go for you, buddy?
It was okay.
Okay. Well, it's supposed to be a storm thing, not a pool thing.
Not the same with the
Well, don't you worry, my friend. I will be there Thursday, so all good.
There you
all
go.
good.
That's right. No Filter Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays right here on YouTube. You too, not the beast. Thank you. Stormy getting a salute and the love in return from Little Lemmy. Amber Alert, feel better, says Space Nerd. Takezo throws out the emoji out there that I can't quite make out this second. Let's see. It skipped on me, so I want to come finish this. Hi, Andrew from Nicholas Leibold, checking in from Andrew the Giant 96 channel.
Hi, Nicholas. How are you, buddy?
There you go. I understand, Doc. Well, thank you, Stormy, for throwing my link over there in the Andrew the Giant channel. Any new friends that are enjoying BF Live The Vibe, could you come over here to the BF Live The Vibe and give me a free like, share, subscribe? Keep my numbers up. I understand, Doc, says Space Nerd. The Looney Tune critic says, Space Nerd, my friend Greg directed that cartoon where they keep having screw ups and the bloopers, and now I'm making a documentary about him. Going up to New York City next month and we'll shoot it with a crew. So if you not only like Looney Tunes cartoons, but you like the knowing about Fritz Freeling and all the various writers, and I'm a big Mel Blanc fan. Even as a young man, I had hella respect for Mel Blanc, the voiced artist supreme who did basically all of the voices on all of the Looney Tunes cartoons for the most part. Want to get in that deep stuff, you go to Looney Tunes Critic on YouTube, and he's telling you how one of his friends he's going to do a documentary. So he gets deep dives in on your Looney Tunes. That is rad, Looney, says Space Nerd. Stormy throws out Andrew's Cash App. That's very generous of Stormy, but I'll also remind Andrew.
PayPal, those are my way to donate.
EBT card, Amazon gift cards, and bail bonds for when Andrew gets arrested. He's going to need them like Aaron. We learned that from the best. You got to get bail bonds in there, too. Hey, Andrew from Nicholas Leibold, checking in on the Andrew the Giant 96 channel.
Nearly
Okay. So much for you, Nick. There you go. They're having fun talking. And Widow Killer checks in, another fun and supportive dude. If Perry was a Sharknado, his character would have a shark hunter tattoo. You've got to have a shitty tattoo included in there somewhere, wouldn't you? He would definitely.
Shut the fuck up.
Shark hunter. How you doing, Widow Killer? He would definitely make a shitty tattoo out of mostly anything. They're talking in the chat about what they're doing. Flex316 says, ooh, Flexi, we're sending pics, are we? Says Amber. We're going to do a sexy segment later. I love bad movies, but Birdemic had effects worse than the 1950s space movie. It was 2010. It may as well have been 1910. Max is officially HBO Max again. How about that? You know, Bobby Nick, I thought that was the dumbest thing that they wanted to compare, almost similar to what Coke did when they tried to go new Coke. HBO, I mean, home box office, you have a quintessential brand that's been built up for 40 or 50 years, and they go, we're going to call it Max, Bobby Nick.
Yeah, I don't think these people are really understanding what kind of brand they have there.
It's almost like, exactly, Bob. Because it's almost like the next executive came in and going, what have we been calling it for 40 years? HBO? Fuck that. We'll just call it Max. I mean, it was a nonsensical move. So Widow Killer, and I did see reports in the paper that this was going to happen, Bob, is that Max is now officially a HBO Max again. HBO Max. Because, we used to make the joke, Cinemax used to be called Skinemax, right?
Right, yeah.
Cinemax was always the channel that showed the shittier B quality movies that HBO didn't have time in their time slots for, and very late at night you could see some Skinemax on there, some of them naked movies on there, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's soft porn where people are just grinding body parts together and shit. Andrew,
my favorite.
Look, I knew it. I knew Andrew was gonna have a comment about this. I knew it.
When my previous home had Skinemax, I wait till late at night and then turn it on Skinemax.
Exactly. Yeah, we all did. You wait, and if you had a family, you had to wait for everybody else to go to bed to put the Skinemax on if you only had it on one TV, Andrew, or something like that. Damn, look, he's laughing. He said, when are these fools going to go to bed so I can put me some Skinemax on this TV late at night? Let's see.
Yeah.
We also got into talking about the scrambled picture yesterday, Andrew, when the people used to have, there's a titty, the scrambled picture and all that stuff. The struggle was real back in the day. Now you can just go frizz. I might have said Fritz, or I might have said it's Frizz Freeling. Thank you for the correction. I do saying it quickly, Frizz or Fritz. I know. See, I told you he was a big Looney Tune. I told you he was a big comic critic geek nerd. He knew what I was saying. There you go. Looney Tune getting the love. Mel was a genius. Yeah, he was. I had so much respect that I'm like, wow, he does every voice. So that was a lot of fun. Widow Killer checks in and says, Baba boy. I got a collection of cells, boss. I remember this, Bobby Nick. Remember when he would go by the hand-drawn cells of the artist? Of these were the things that they used in order to create the one cell at a time, like they did the cartoon, right?
Yeah.
And so I bought them at auction, both. Fun fact, Mel Blanc had perfect pitch. He had identical larynx and pitch to Caruso, the opera singer, the famous opera singer. There's a more you know. I told you. So see, you're getting an example of what Looney Tune Critic does in my chat, what he does for his show, because this is what he does. He'll not only show the cartoons just straight out sometimes, but a lot of times there's documentaries or they go in depth and they really tell you what went on and the things it took to actually produce, and some of the things that were kind of going on in our culture at the time that maybe Mel Blanc and others had to put up with. You can find all of that on the Looney Tune Critic channel right here on YouTube. All of those facts. Great white shark, and then a great white shark came. How you doing, 4K checking in? Rob Taker checks in and says, Warner Brothers are dumber than some people we know. I love those shirts down at the resort, Bobby Nick, where I go. They have the WB and it says, if you see the police, you're supposed to warn a brother.
Warner Brother, yeah, right.
You got to warn a brother. There you go. So I like that. That's what I think when I think of Warner Brothers nowadays. Amber, the pics were sticky, says Space Nerd. Yikes. Flex 316 is having fun. It is way the middle of the night. It's probably 4 a.m. or maybe it's a butt crack of dawn in Australia, but Flex 316 is hanging out with the chat family, taking the vibe worldwide, as Rob Taker says, hey to Pecan. He is a critic, BF. I know. He got me. He is a critic. Well, hang on a second. What we got, Andrew?
Taking it worldwide, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you. Between Andrew the Giant 96 and BF Live the Vibe, we are worldwide. Takeze says, buff. He simply says buff. Amber says, Flex 316, Space Nerd, got him. Oh, yeah, you got me. You got me, you sons of bitches. Space Nerd's laughing. Wolf, that's right, it's Wolf. I'm going to get a cartoon cell of Quick Draw McGraw. It's man Baba Booey. Baba Booey. Tata Tufi. And that's how he got the name Baba Booey. About to pop some new thing, says Flex, and he lets us know that it's 3 a.m. Eternal. 3 a.m. Eternal now. And with that, folks, I'm going to let you know that was the very last chat, in at least the opening chat family check-in. I hope you have your settings on, because right now, folks, I'm about to put them out there. 5 free gifted BF Live the Vibe memberships. As soon as I find my little drum, I'll give you a chance to turn your settings on. You can have fun with the Wendy emojis and all the fun emojis that we have here. Turn on and accept gifted membership settings. We're going to get on with the show. 5 of them go out as we end the opening chat family check-in. We're going to come back and see who caught them all. That was it, folks. Let's keep Wednesday going. That's just the beginning of the opening chat family check-in. Let's go.
Talk amongst yourselves. Talk amongst yourselves. Talk amongst yourselves.
Yeah, we got great 34, 35 people in here hanging out for positive vibes. And I know you lurkers are out there too, so don't be scared to throw a chat in. Just let us know what you're up to. Just now, I will let you know. Look at this. He coming in was generous with us yesterday, and the generosity returns to him. Stream Element Spot lets me know that Looney Tunes Critic just became a member here on the Vibe. And in the middle of this, Pecan threw out 5 gifted memberships. Oh, we got goals to whack. I got it. I got 10 names to try to read for you, folks. So let's see you all caught them in the mix here. I will let you know that Stream Element Spot, Tiff caught one of those. Tiff with 3 Fs just caught a membership. Joey shouts out Flex 316. Mr. White becomes a membership. Whoa, look behind me. Joey C got one. Thank you, Pecan, from David Chandler. He caught one of those. I don't know if that was today or yesterday, but thank you, David Chandler. If they're checking in. Rob Taker says, I like how YouTube held 3. I see you, YouTube. Slurpy, slurpy, slurpy emojis. Different and refreshing is BF Live the Vibe, Mandy indicates. Nectarines are flowering, says our friend Flex 316, as we continue on with the vibe. Not the way it's not throwing. It's not throwing all the ones. As it throws more in there, I'll let you know who caught some of those memberships. But
I don't know. It did to me one time. It held back 1 membership. I was like, what the fuck? I don't think it ever was gifted out. So I don't know.
I'll have to see if we get a report after that, buddy. We were talking about Baba Booey came up. Baba Booey. So let's Yeah, we remember that, the old Baba Booey thing, and him wow, he's had so many, like the vinyl, yes, both. I like it, sounds better, both. But before that, it was these cartoon cells. I love how people are reminding us of stuff here. But I also have a famous Baba Booey thing that I kind of want to touch on that kind of happened, but I was going to set it up by bringing this up, but I love how things come together organically. It's a vibe here. So let's vibe on this. Let's watch this, and then we're going to have another guest we're going to bring, and somebody's going to hang out with us. The bro's going to talk to us. Watch this video right here and see if you could spell what this father is being asked to spell, Bob. And it reminded me of the very Baba Booey thing that we're talking about earlier. Going to bring it full circle here. Watch this.
Spell fat.
F-A-T.
Spell her.
H-E-R.
Okay, what is it together?
Fat her.
F-A-T-H-E-R. Fat her. I got pieces of vinyl, both. Wait a minute. I got pieces of vinyl, both. You got pieces? Fat her.
Sure?
Yeah, fat her. What's so funny? I'm saying it right.
Okay, are you sure?
I don't get it.
Yes, fat her.
I get it.
Everybody, you guys making fun of me? What?
Together. Fat
her.
and her.
Spell it.
F-A-T-H-E-R.
What does that spell?
Fat her.
Sound it out.
Fat her, Bob, innit?
Her.
My dude gets pissed, Bob.
F-A-T-H-E-R. What is
Huh?
that? F-A-T-H-E-R. What is that? What word is that?
F-A-T-H-E-R?
Yeah, what is that?
Fat her.
This totally reminded me of Baba Booey.
What, am I fucking stupid or what?
Yes.
I don't know. You're going to find out in a second.
I'm serious.
Spell it out together.
F-A-T-H-E-R.
What does that spell?
Fat her.
What's it spell, Andrew?
F-A-T-H-E-R. Fat her.
F-A-T-H-E-R, Andrew.
Yeah.
What's the spell, buddy?
Oh, F-A-T. Factor.
Let me check at the. I don't know. Let's go back to the guy. We're gonna solve it right now, Andrew.
T-H-E-R. English. Fat her.
What are you to Isabel?
Daughter. She's my daughter.
What are you to Isabel?
Her father.
How do you spell father?
F-A-T-H-E-R. Oh.
Oh, you fucking. He was mad as shit. Proving once again that being the maddest and the loudest doesn't mean you are correct. He got mad as shit, Bobby Nick.
McKine.
Exactly. We are of the same mind, Bobby Nick. So when I saw that video, it reminded me only of one thing. So this will be great to show this for you right now. For people that weren't Stern fans like me and Bobby Nick, and this just came second nature to us. Remember, I'll bring this guy in before I play the next part of it now. I got another friend joining us today, and we'll play the second half of this. Why don't we'll bring him in and say hello anyway, and then we'll play the video, the second part of this. Let's say hello again for a second day in a row. My generous friend, and you know him as the commissioner, it's P. Cunt, joining us today on the Vibe again.
Goo everybody.
What's up, my friend? Goonie Goo Goo. Thank you for your fun and your energy and your generosity already there, P. Cunt.
Oh, you're welcome.
Now, you saw that, right? That fat her, huh? Were you tripping out on that? That fat her?
Yeah, I got it like right off the bat. I was like, why is he not saying it?
Were you? I don't know if we ever touched on this. Were you like a Stern fan, or what was your introduction to this radio stuff? Were you a Opie and Anthony guy? Like, who did you like back in the day?
Well, when I first started knowing Stern was, I think I told you this before, was when he first started coming on the late night show with David Letterman.
E show. Mm-hmm.
Then the Channel 9 shows when I really got into Howard.
There you go. So you are at least a Stern fan, and you probably heard of the fat her. It reminded us, me and Bobby Nick, instantly of when they tried to trick. Somebody said that they were smarter than producer Gary Dell'Abate. So we're going to take you back to the old days. This is dated November 7th, 2006, and this is where somebody challenged Howard Stern's producer. Hey, Dear Ranger, checking in from Mayor of the Giant 96. A similar thing where F-A-T-H-E-R was spelt in the other video. He's asked, something is spelled, and he's asked once again, tell us what we're spelling here. So name what we're spelled. Here we go.
I was going to go on about my way, but Gary said he wanted to challenge me to an IQ test.
Yeah, all right. You want to come down here?
Anywhere, anytime. I can give you a test right now you couldn't pass.
Go ahead, give him a test.
There's 10 people in the race, Gary. You overtake the last person. What position are you in?
There's 10 people in a race.
I
You
overtake
the last person. What position are you in?
Well, I would think it's ninth, but it clearly can't be the right
Can
answer.
I answer it?
Yeah.
How can can you overtake the last person?
Thank
You're the
you,
last
Howard.
person.
Boom.
Right, then
Gary's
you
wrong.
Get the fuck out of here, you dummy.
I can keep going.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I'm going to give you 3 words, and I want you to tell me what the words are. Okay, you ready?
Sure.
Okay, first word, MCDONALDS.
Say that again slowly. AC
up, hurry up.
ACDON.
Oh, you said MC.
MC.
Right.
Oh, I thought you said AC.
No, MC.
MC.
MC, keep up.
So it sounds like McDonald's, but I didn't hear all the letters, so I'm not going
That's
to.
right. Okay, you got that one right. Next word, MACDOUGLAS.
It sounds like McDougal's.
Correct. Okay, last one.
Here's the trick part. MAC
HINE.
HINE. HINE.
Go ahead, quickly. Just
McHine.
It's a machine, you fucking McHine.
But that's not IQ. That's just a fucking dumb trick question.
Exactly.
Welcome, my son.
All right, later, bro.
Welcome to
McCann.
the McCann. They were doing like song bits and all kind of stuff like that, Bob. Remember that shit?
Oh yeah, that was great.
Welcome to the McCann. There you go. Let me see. People have some comments about this. Flex says, I never liked Stern. I like some of his bits, but Stern, no, never liked him, says Flex, checking in from down under. Admiral Butterfinger says, I loved Robin and Beetlejuice. Ba-ba-boy, ba-ba-boy, fa-fa, flunky, mama, monkey, rah-rah, retard. Was it?
I ain't no fucking pussy. Talking all that shit. Saying things about me. Oh, I got dirty pop. I got dirty popping on me. I got dirty pampers on me. I shit on myself. He told every story. I had dirty pipers on me.
Dirty
Somebody drop down the song.
Dirty Pipers on you.
Me?
Who, me? There you go. Some Howard Stern clips right there. All right, so yeah, as soon as I saw that fat her, Bobby, it brought back McKine for me. Yes, Andrew.
Howard rocks. Especially his early days.
Yeah, Howard was a lot of fun back in the earlier days. Amber says, Flex 16, I'm coming there with a Space Nerd just because it's not 1,000,000 degrees. I'll camp by a peach tree. They're talking about getting together. But like Stern, fire good, like Stern him. Amber Alert says, let's go. We can make him a pie. Yikes. Wendy was the best on the Stern show. Hell yeah. And that's why... I think Bobby and Nick have been both places. We're kind of like, we're personal friends, but you still hit those moments sometimes when you're like, I can't believe that I'm sitting here on air with that person who we grew up listening to all those years ago. We are friends with actual Wendy. So you're right, Mandy. It's funny. My sister Kathy checks in and says, Andrew needs a nap. He takes one whether he needs it or not. He's going to take one anyway. That's why we got Pecan in here today. Amber, East Coast of Australia, 10 is the standard summer day. Play Artie versus Beetlejuice, always a classic. I don't know if I have that at the ready, but and Artie versus Angry Alice back in there.
Yeah, that's good.
Look, I ain't angry, right? Pecan, I ain't angry at you. If I'm angry, you gay Howard, Angry Alice. That shit was funny. Can't fucking see, says my friend Flex 316. Kathy Hoyer from Pecan. 110 is a standard day here, says Flex 316. High pitch Mike, Google eye. He had some googly eyes. Is there water near you, Flex? He says, yeah, and the beach is a few minutes away. They're planning trips. Artie versus anyone, yes. To K's, I remember that? Artie versus that high-pitched Mike guy who he kind of outed and all. Yeah, Artie versus anybody. Artie versus Ronnie. Yes, Artie could take on and just make a whole he could do like a whole show just basically clowning on anybody. Well, there you go. I'm glad we got to kind of relive that kind of old Howard Stern moment for those of you who know it, and then kind of make it a new moment for those of you who didn't know about it. All right, I'm gonna see. It's 1:14 right here on the East Coast of the United States. We're done. We're just getting started with the fun. We just wrapped up the opening chat family check-in, bringing in bros. Hey, Pecan, what kind of matches went down last night, buddy, on your channel, Pecan 420?
Well, I didn't have any matches last night. I went ahead and waited till tonight, so I got at least 4 so far.
You took a Bobby Nick break, huh? Bobby Nick didn't premiere him, so there's fresh matches to be had out there. So I know let everybody know, both of you, between the two. So you're going to premiere him later on tonight, and then Bobby Nick will be kind of doing his Canadian Michael Cole and playing them during probably one of his later lounge shows, right?
Right,
you will.
right. Yeah, between the Lunatic Lounge and Late Night with Bobby Nick, we'll get all 4 matches watched.
There you go. So I know there'll be links for both channels in either other channel. So make sure you give each channel some love. Give them some likes, share, subscribe over there on PCUN420 and go see that fun play-by-play done by Bobby Nick because it is sincere. It isn't like Bobby Nick, he really can't believe when somebody like Jen slamming him or he's slamming Jen or whatever the situation is. He really enjoys it.
Oh my
And
God.
I hit a nerve. Yes, Andrew.
He's broken in half.
Oh my God. You talking about some of his call he's doing? Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh. We got allegedly we have commissioner saying that Jen paid P cunt. Don't you ever it's P cunt. You don't ever call him piss cunt.
Yeah. Hey,
Mr. Piss
always-
cunt to you.
Rob's always calling me all kinds of names.
I know Rob just being Rob. I'm just being
Yeah.
Mr. Piss cunt. You should call him Mr. P cunt. Me want a match tonight. I'm out here talking like Tarzan in here. P cunt, me want match tonight. I'm off.
Matter of fact, Mandy is in a match tonight.
Oh shit! So there you go. That's what you got to look forward to. This is the beginning of the day fun. Bobby Nick's going to be holding it down with a music kind of exclusive show immediately following this show, and then later on it'll be it's a Wednesday, so he'll be hanging out. There'll probably be like a Lunatic Lounge like boner show or something. If I'm just guessing,
right.
There's a boner show, and there's going to be
9 p.m.
in the lounge. So plenty of fun to be had on this Wednesday. We're just getting started.
Late Night with Bobby Nick at 11 p.m. Eastern. And Pecan, I'm taking your belt tonight.
No,
you're
there
not.
he is, the most enthusiastic one in the lounge. Spawn checks in. He's always ready. Mr. Enthusiasm for the lounge. Spawn will be in the lounge later on today. You can count on it. How you doing, Spawn? Checking in today. He says plenty. All right, well, why don't we do this? Let me go over to my news folder because I know that I always stack up some news stories.
Everyone, I forgot. It's my sister's damn birthday today.
Oh, shit.
Happy birthday to your sister.
Well, Andrew, you know what? We've met Grandma and we met Mom over your shoulder. At least I did on this show recently. I know Mom's been on a mix in the background every now and then, but talking to me personally. So I've met 2 of your relatives, but I can't say I know too much about your sister, Andrew. So why don't you give a nice long happy birthday? Go ahead. And then I'll let you, Bobby. I'll let you follow up.
we've actually met his sister. She's a looker. I have to say.
Nice. What happened to you, Andrew? What the fucking?
It runs in the family.
Runs in the family. I think they may have ran you over. I don't know, buddy. Well, why don't you want to say happy birthday to your sister or anybody else? I'll give some wishes and I'll run a happy birthday for you, Andrew.
So, hey, sissy, you're getting old.
All right, I guess that was your happy birthday, Andrew's sister. Yeah, go ahead.
25th birthday, I believe.
Wow, Andrew. This is for a special happy birthday for Andrew's sister. Happy birthday, Andrew's sis.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, Andrew's sister. And anybody enjoying a birthday this week, celebrating a birthday this week, song and all, got everything. Armchair emojis are being utilized by Mandy Diff. She's having fun.
I'm going to call her after the show.
I'm surprised you won't do it on the air, Andrew. All right, well, he may or may not do it on the air, folks, but here's what I want to do. I got more than a few stories that we can talk, like a little news and comment segment we can do.
What is today?
That's all right, Andrew. I wasn't doing a talk up or anything.
That's cool.
Okay. Uh-oh. Casino time again, says Flex. It's Mrs. Abel's birthday tomorrow, reminds us our space nerd.
Wow.
Ah, that adds up with something that I know. Mandy Diff checks in with 1 gifted BF Live the Vibe. Gifted membership. Let me find my little member sound. I got it. M-E-M. Here you go. Look at that. You're a... A member defender on a whack-a-go win. And my dude AWOL caught that one. What's up, AWOL? I see him over in the Perry chats almost every time they're on. Happy early birthday, Flex316 from our friend, Space Nerd. Did well last year talking to BF. Yeah, Flex, I remember you were like in a casino and you were telling us how you were killing it for birthday money. He reminds us that he won $6K last year. So there you go. There's the Slurpee emojis being used again. That was pretty lucky, Flexi. All right, Andrew, if you're not going to talk over my talk up this time, my friend, I'm going to attempt to make my way over to my news desk because I have some fun news stories. We have the BF Live, the Vibe, not so serious news. That's what we're going to get into. A little news and comment as I make my way over to the news desk. This is the Vibe, not so serious news. $21 minutes into hour number 2. This is a little later than we normally start this segment. But that's because we have so much cool chat family in here talking up the show in the beginning of it. The opening chat family check-in was so much fun. Now it's time, as Pecan always like to say, it's Bobby Cronkite time. It's time for the news. But this is the not so serious news, I promise you, because I know you can have fun with news. So let's do a couple fun news stories here on the Vibe, not so serious news. And my first story, this talks about, we've done truck crashes that have had like sex toys in them, various foods, and look at Andrew laughed at that one right away. All kind of stuff over the highway. Well, here comes another. We've had beer on the highway, I think. This one says a crash covers interstate in boxes of mozzarella cheese. That's right. Let's see what that looks like.
Oh, I wonder how hot it was outside. Maybe it melted on the pavement.
That's a very good point, Andrew, because it has been very hot here in the East Coast of the United States. Let's see if we can find out any of those details. Firefighters were called to a stretch of interstate in Pennsylvania after a crash involving 3 tractor trailers resulted in mozzarella cheese being spilled across a 200-yard area. That's 2 football fields. The Snowshoe Fire Company said on social media that the Pennsylvania State Police notified Clearfield County that a crash had occurred at mile marker 145 on eastbound Interstate 80, leaving a debris field covering an area about 200 yards. Firefighters arrived on the scene and determined that one of the trucks had been hauling boxes of shredded mozzarella cheese and was split wide open with the debris all over the roadway. The Pennsylvania Department of Transportation had the area of the road shut down for cleanup operations. Fire officials said they determined no hazmat response was needed, but all of the cheese will be headed to the landfill as the load was deemed unsalvageable due to being unrefrigerated for hours. So let's see what it looks like. We've heard of the Hershey Highway, but what do you think about the Cheese Highway? How about this? Little Cheese Highway right here on the Vibe. All right, that's what it looks like. Boxes of I guess if you spilled some tomato sauce and some, oh, look at that. Oh my God. And a lot of these Pennsylvania highways, I'll let you know, are like only 2 lanes wide. So once the road closes, you are kind of screwed. So look like it turned into a pizza party right there, guys. There's mozzarella cheese. Need some tomato sauce and some pepperoni and a crust truck maybe to crash on the highway. Wow. That's what it looks like. So there you go. That's all the pictures from it. That's what it looks like. 200 boxes of cheese or so are spilled on the highway. I'd grab some, says our friend Space Nerd. Free cheese, says Amber Alert. Oh no, it's cheese abuse. We got Ray got a Ray reference checking in on here. I don't know if that's Ray. Let's see. Dimes on the highway. Chaotix checks in and says, it's Bobby, horny wheelchair guy, and Pecan. What's up, Chaotix? You know it. You know what's going on. What's up? A crust truck. That's what we need. We need a crust truck. I need me I need a crust truck. I need a tomato sauce truck. I need a pepperoni truck. I need all them trucks to crash. I'm sure Ray DeVito knows exactly where that is. That's right. He's the. I hope they don't find the dead body amongst the cheese that I left out there. Hey, cheese me, baby, says Admiral Butterfingers as we move on to the second story in the Vibe Not So Serious News. And I got a little theme going on here I didn't intend, but I will let you know what my next story is also about cheese. Now, Bob, we've talked about some of these funky cheeses on past episodes of The Vibe. I said that I'm just basically a kind of I'm a extra sharp cheddar cheese guy, Bob. That's my go-to.
Yeah.
Some people like Famunda, right? And what about you, Pecan? You got a favorite cheese? When I think of cheese, what's your go-to, buddy?
Gouda.
Gouda. That's Gouda for you. How about you, Andrew, my friend?
Pepper jack for me.
Pepper jack for Andrew. Okay. Well, what would you guys, if you like cheese, what would you think if I told you that the world's most expensive cheese sold for $42,232?
Woo-hoo.
Now, keep in mind that this is it's just funkified, right? It's just basically let's see. Terry Nee, I didn't want to dox you, buddy, but Terry Nee does say that is about the same area around the ray of God and his ex. See? Everybody's got Ray in here. Of Ray, God, and his ex. The accident. All cheese, but extra sharp is my favorite. I love cheese, says Admiral Butterfingers. Well, I want to know how many people in the chat will be willing to pay $42,232 for. It looks like it's rotten here, Bob, does it not?
Yeah. It was like
Hey, right,
Oh my
Pecan?
God.
Yeah, I wasn't. Yeah.
People eat that?
Yeah, bro. It's a Cabrieles cheese made in Spain. Earned a Guinness World Record when it was auctioned off for $42,232. I'll read you a little bit about what makes the makeup of this cheese. The Cabrieles or Cabrieles cheese aged in a cave, okay? Aged in a cave for 10 months. Now, why when stuff sits in my fridge, it's called rotten. If I leave it in the fridge 10 months, they call it rotting in a fridge. But if you leave it in a cage, it's called aging there, Pecan. I don't know. Guess it all depends. But this site, for 10 months, it received top marks in a competition in Spain and earned a Guinness World Record when it was auctioned for $42,232. The cheese, created by Angel Diaz Herrero Cheese Factory, was sold by the Regulatory Council DOP Cabrieles in Asturias, Spain, and was purchased by a restaurant, El Lagar de Colato. So a restaurant actually bought that to serve it, guys. Imagine what they're charging for this to get their money back. How much you charge for a spoonful of it or something? The Guinness World. Yeah, right. At least, right. It might be 1,000, like a scoop or something, or a spread. Guinness World Records declared the dairy delicacy to be the most expensive cheese sold at an auction. The cheese hit the auction block after the Regulatory Council Cabrieles named it Mejor Queso de Certamen, which means the best cheese of the competition. The pricey cheese, weighing in at 5 pounds, was made with cow's milk and aged for 10 months in Los Manos Cave, which is nearly 5,000 feet above sea level. Like, once again, they call it rotting in my fridge. So there you go. That's what $42,000. And it doesn't even look like it's a whole circle of it, guys. It looks like it's half a rotting circle of that, half a wheel of cheese. $42,000. Let's see. Look, the Space Nerd says it definitely smells like feet. Amber says no thanks. Never, can't do it. Wendy sells those pics to Bobby. That's right, he does. She does do that. All right. So I had 2 cheese stories to start off. Yes, Andrew.
It smells worse than a sticky ass pussy that hasn't been showered in a month.
You gotta love Andrew's reference. You gotta love Andrew's reference points. Let's see. Can't do that feet cheese, says our friend Admiral Butterfingers. Well, let's see if you can do. Now, I already did 2 cheese stories. You know, I go out and look for. I do 3 hours of a show every day, as you guys know. So I'm always looking for stories to present here. And sometimes a theme pops up that I don't even intend. This next one. This is also a cheese-related kind of story, but a different kind of cheese. Now, I know a lot, probably, I'm guessing that you, my friend Pecan, you probably, not of this, many of us grew up with some Chuck E. Cheese in our life when we were younger, right?
Oh, yeah. It used to be called Showbiz at one time.
I have a new story about this.
He's probably going to do the same story. Go ahead, Andrew, do the story I'm going to do. Please.
And
I'll present it. Go ahead.
Probably shared it.
Yes.
Chuck E. Cheese is creating a arcade suited for teens and adults.
That's right, and that's the story I'm about to do, Andrew. Thanks a pant load for making me go look for it by myself. You could have gave me the story 2 days ago and saved me some work, Andrew. But Andrew is up on things, and he knew the exact story that I was going to do. Chuck E. Cheese. Thank you, Pete Cunt, because by the time I was familiar with them, my kids went to them. They weren't called Showbiz anymore, buddy. But I understand that's where it started out, called Showbiz Pizza, right?
Yeah.
There's actually one in St. Petersburg down here in Florida.
Is it? Well, I'm kind of anxious about this because I used to have to go to them when my kids were younger. Another fact about Chuck E. Cheese a lot of people don't know is that the creator of the Atari was actually involved with the beginnings of Chuck E. Cheese. I don't know how many people know that.
Really? I didn't know
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he was actually involved in the beginning of that. So, yeah. There you go. That's the more you know about that. But let's talk about this because now, I see this, Bobby Nick. This is totally just the fact that their audience has aged. And I think this is a wise business move because all of those kids that grew up at Chuck E. Cheese having their parties are now older and probably having kids of their own, and they want to go have fun too. Chuck E. Cheese opens 10 new retro-style arcades, and I'll show you the locations. Andrew already named one of them. Chuck E. Cheese has unlocked a new endeavor. Retro-style shopping mall arcades. In late June, CEC Entertainment, Chuck E. Cheese's parent company, unveiled Chuck's Arcades. And don't call him Charlie no more. Don't call him Chucky. He's called Chuck now, damn it. And Mr. Chuck to you, motherfucker. A retro-style arcades located in 10 shopping malls across the country. The arcades feature various games and merchandise counters. But unlike traditional Chuck E. Cheese's, for the most part, they do not offer food selection. The new Chuck's Arcades were created by retheming and renovating existing shopping mall Fun Spot arcades, which were already owned by CEC Entertainment, a company spokesperson told USA Today. The new arcades come 5 years after CEC Entertainment filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy in 2020. Amid the pandemic, the company closed 45 locations, including 11 that closed before COVID hit. In 2019, the company reported losing $29 million, a court filing stated. And in 2020, CEC Entertainment lost more than 90% of its revenue, despite offering delivery and takeout food. So they really had a hard time with COVID and the pandemic and all, as you can see by the report. A CEC Entertainment spokesperson told USA Today that the company returned to pre-COVID revenue in 2023. And what has driven the company's recovery is the remodeling of more than 475 Chuck E. Cheese locations nationwide. The quote goes on to say that our $350 million investment has delivered noticeable results, with traffic growth at levels we haven't seen in nearly 5 decades. Not 5 years, but 5 decades. The company spokesperson said, Chuck's Arcade is a unique addition, designed for guests who grew up with Chuck E. Cheese and asked for more. While it's not expected to fundamentally change our business, it meets the needs of this loyal segment. So I like this, guys, because they got old games in here. There you go. Here's some of the pictures. They got the counters there if you want to win some kind of prizes, I guess, for the adults, or maybe there's some candy. So you got that little nostalgia in there. But it says no, Chuck's Arcade is for all ages. The arcades are just marketed for adults and lifelong fans. What do you think about this, Pecan? You think you're likely to go to one of these and just play some games?
Oh yeah, especially if it has the my favorite game. One of my favorite games of all time was Wizard of War. I don't know if you remember.
Oh, that's a great old Bally game. Great game. Yeah. But Pecan, much like you, I'm an older game head too, and I was heartened to know that it isn't because my critique of arcades nowadays, Pecan, it's all those you just go in and win points and try to win stuffed animal shit. It's all those point winning games. It's none of the fun games like you just described right there. So I was pleased to see that if you notice in this picture, they have Street Fighter, they have Asteroids, they have Dig Dug and Centipede. They do include the old school games that many of us grew up with. I have all the games. I do as well on my emulator, Flex, but there's still something. You have all the things, Flexi, says our friend Space Nerd checking in. So here are some of the locations if you're interested in this. If you're an adult and you want to get into some of this Chucky gameplay, the Mall of Georgia has one in Beaufort, Georgia, as well as Tulsa, Oklahoma, St. Petersburg, Florida, which I think is what Andrew was mentioning. There's one in Oklahoma City. How about one in Victor, New York, El Paso, Texas, Salem, New Hampshire, Kansas City, Missouri, Nashua, New Hampshire, and the Trumbull Mall in Trumbull, Connecticut. And then there's other location open up in the Brea Mall in California in August. So I think I like this. There you go. There's the old school. They got pinball. They got a little bit of everything. I hope the one thing they avoided, though, is the parents fighting. I noticed that became a thing near the end of the life of the old Chuck E. Cheese peak hunt, as I was seeing all the parents going in there and fighting, apparently. You get too many parent parties, kid parties going on, and the parents don't know how to act. Yes,
I
Andrew.
want to see how far St. Petersburg is from my location.
Okay, well, let's not talk it up too much so we don't point out your location too much. Don't dox yourself there, Andrew. That's right. Have you seen the prices of arcade games now? They are $1 per play. Yeah, that is a thing, and a lot of them have the points on them now. And they do. I mean, that is how they have to make their money, Bezos. You know, the good old days of a quarter a game, Pecan, I guess they're long gone probably, unless you go into one of these old truly retro arcades.
Yeah, way long gone.
I'm lucky enough that I do probably like 15, 20 miles away, Bob. I got an old retro arcade that still has the old machines that you can just put a quarter in many of them and you don't have to pay like $1 to play them. Yeah. So they're out there if you know where to go. Let's see. So that was a lot of fun. Amber says, for my 40th, went to a place that's all pinball and all arcade games, $20 for the whole night. There you go. Me and my wife had a party at that local arcade that I mentioned too. Love the tank stick that I have. I have that as well, Flex, where you can play the games on our emulator. Well, there you go. For those of you who want to capture that old love, the Chuck E. Cheese crowd has grown up. All right. Hey, Bobby Nick, you have made some great AI songs, dare I say, with AI probably a year ago or more. You made some songs up, right?
Man.
Oh, hey, Andrew, you did as well, buddy?
Yep.
All right, well, I can't say that I remember Andrew making songs, but I know Bobby Nick went hard in that lane for a while, and you made some songs that were so close to AC/DC before the days when the record companies got involved and said, hey, man, you're using our content to tell the computer what to do. You made up some cool AC/DC songs. Sounding songs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
AC/DC Ask or AIDC. How about that?
AIDC. That's a great way to put it. Well, what if I let me close this article here and let me show you this one. And we all remember the Milli Vanilli story. Well, I think I have an electronic version of a Milli Vanilli story, Bobby Nick, where AI, a popular indie rock band, has to admit online. So here we go, buddy. This was an all AI group. People put their music out there believing that this was a legit band, and they got so popular, much like Milli Vanilli, that they've had to come out and finally admit that they're not even a real band at all, Bobby Nick.
Wow.
Let's read a little bit about this AI not real band. An indie rock band with more than 1 million monthly listeners that didn't know this apparently, Bob. 1 million monthly listeners on Spotify has owned up to being an AI-generated music project following days of speculation about whether the group was real or not. Named Velvet Sundown, seemingly a nod to Lou Reed's band, the Velvet Underground, the digital group has become a viral hit, generating ferocious online discussion after racking up hundreds of thousands of listens. An updated Spotify profile consulted on Wednesday by AFP, this news organization that I pulled this article from, admitted that the group was an ongoing artistic provocation. So people were already curious about them, Bobby, and calling them out. All the characters, stories, music, voices, and lyrics are original creations generated with the assistance of artificial intelligence tools employed as creative instruments, Velvet Sundown profile added. What do you think about that semantical explanation there, Bobby, of trying not to sound like they're AI?
Yeah, it's too wordy.
Yeah, all the characters, stories are original generated creations from assistants of AI. You're basically, that's a long way of saying that it's AI with a lot of extra words, right?
Udio is what I use.
I think Bobby Nick utilized some Udio too. So there you go, Bobby Nick. I thought about Milli Vanilli as soon as this story came out. I'm like, wow, we have our first girl, you know it's true. We got our first AI Milli Vanilli kind of fake story here, buddy. How about that?
That's crazy.
Experts have long warned about the danger of AI image, video, and music generators blurring the lines between real and fake. A major study in December by the International Confederation of Societies of Authors and Composers or CISAC, which represents more than 5 million creators worldwide, warned about the danger of AI-generated music. I don't know if it's a danger necessarily, but it's certainly misleading. It forecast that artists could see their incomes shrink by more than 20% in the next 4 years as the market for AI-composed music grows, Bobby Nick. Bob, do we really think that's going to be a thing, guys, that AI music is going to overtake like popular artists and we're going to be listening to more AI than genuine artists?
Yes.
I think in 20 years it's going to be more accepted. Like
What do you-
10
what do you-
years,
what's it-
and 5.
What say you there? Yeah. Wow. 20%. LOL. More, says our friend. Let's see. A spokeswoman. Yes, Andrew.
I think in 10 years, the music industry will be dead because of AI.
A lot of people are foretelling that, Andrew. They're saying there's really not much of a need for artists or musicians or basically anything. And we're going to see this also in the world of video, like advertising, because I already pointed out that I saw an all AI generated commercial in my area of a TV store that sells TVs, and it was all AI family, AI music. They needed no human interaction to create that video, Andrew.
Yeah.
Thanks to Trump and AI.
Trump.
Good.
I think AI will eventually ruin the human race.
Sadly, yeah, says our friend. Let's see. 5 years, says Flex316. So Jungster checked in here on the Vibe for a minute and says, remember? Yes, I do, buddy. I think I have that too. Remember, and I did that here on the Vibe. Remember when Fred did the Harlem Shuffle ahead of the Rolling Stones release? I do remember that, and I might have that right here. Let me see. Do my bookmark search real quick. Let's see. Fred and Harlem, HARLEM. Let's see. I had that somewhere in here. I don't know if I marked it off right. Scott from the Block. Here we go. I got it right here. Because I'm ready for some stuff. So this was a thing back in the day that old Stern fans kind of know. We're going to do a little branch off here. And that Fred had a band called King Norris. A lot of us will probably remember being Stern fans. And he played a lot of covers of popular rock and roll songs, P-Cunt. Do you remember any of that, Fred, the sound guy, having a band called King Norris?
Yeah, I remember that.
And he had a great sense, and he knew like Rolling Stones, and he knew songs. So they did. I think they did this prank at least twice. But Fred went ahead and kind of predicted what song was going to be released, and him and his band did as close of a version as they thought of what was going to come out before it came out. And Howard would cause, you wanted us to be a buzz. He would cause a big buzz, and it would make it look like that he played this before the record industry wanted him to play it. So this is another bit of that. Thank you for bringing that up in the chat. It's the Chunkster. I'll roll it real quick right now. It's only a couple minute video, but this is actual video from back in the Howard Stern show where Fred's band kind of predicted that the Rolling Stones were going to come out. He heard that they were going to do Harlem Shuffle, which is a remake of an old song or whatever. And so they kind of did it under the guises of, we have the advanced copy of Rolling Stones before anybody else. We have the Harlem
Fred
Shuffle.
Sent me a tape. When the Rolling Stones come out with an album, Fred likes to go home and record a song that he thinks is what the Rolling Stones are going to record.
Is
So
that
he
right?
sent it to me. Yeah, so I sent him. I said, what am I going to do with this?
I think what it was is this is the first time they've recorded an album in 18 years.
Yes.
And
yes.
they're making a big deal about it. They went to the trouble of putting together a video, which the video is great, by the way. It's got, what's her name, Sydney Sweeney rolling around on
I've seen it.
Mercedes. But what was really cool is like they had all the old billboards of old Rolling Stones albums and covers and things like that. They kind of animate it, make it come to life. It was really, really well done.
No, I understand the Rolling Stones doing that, but your thing is to go home before the record comes out and pretend that you will know what it's going to sound like.
Kind of a callback to the days many, many moons ago when Harlem Shuffle came out. There was like a song that the Stones were going to put out, and we recorded Harlem Shuffle and put it out to just piss everybody off.
Right, so that was he was referring to the old one. So I have the newer version. This is him doing it yet again. So this is proof that he done it more than one time. He did it back in the Harlem Shuffle days, and this is a more recent one. He did the exact same thing with the Rolling Stones again.
To make the other radio stations think that we had an advanced copy.
Yeah, but now nobody cares because there's no, in other words, the record company doesn't. Okay. All right. Anyway.
It's a
here's
tradition,
Fred.
Howard. It's a tradition.
Once every 18 years, the Stones do something, so that it makes me.
So Fred learned that the Stones are coming out with a song called "Understanding," and Fred made up a song as the Rolling Stones.
Song is "Angry."
All right, it says here, fake Rolling Stone song, "Understanding."
Okay, gotcha.
It's not "Understanding."
No, the Rolling Stone song is
no.
Angry.
I know
this fake song is "Understanding." Something we don't have.
Yes, that's what I just said. Here's Fred pretending to be the Rolling Stone. Very nice.
That's Fred singing like Mick Jagger.
Wow.
So that was a newer version of, he did it years ago, and he did it more recently with that other Rolling Stones song. So thank you for that kind of callback there, the Chunkster. There you go. I remember kind of those days where he would kind of tease like he had the preview of a song, but he really didn't have it. That's what he had right there. So thanks for that. We kind of branched off a little bit in the middle of the not so serious news. I do have a couple stories left that I want to talk about, though. We did the Chuck E. Cheese story. I got to do this next story right here about, because we're having fun here on the Vibe. I think we're going to probably take it almost to the top of the hour. We're kind of shifting the show a little bit today because you guys are having fun, a lot of activity in the opening Chat Family Check-In. Now we're in the middle of the BF Live, the Vibe, not so serious news. What do you think, guys? I have Dinosaurs Dash. The Dinosaurs Dash for the finish line in the T-Rex World Championship races. So maybe, I think I even showed some of these on my liftoff reels where they have these blow-up T-Rex suits and somebody sprayed the fart spray in them because they're just air-filled, right? But so this is a group of people. They had a competition of a bunch of those people wearing those gigantic T-Rex suits. So let's read about it and see what that looks like that on video. More than 300 people donned inflatable dinosaur costumes and took the track at Emerald Downs in Washington for the annual T-Rex World Championship races. The yearly event at Auburn Racetrack began when TriGuard Pest Control held as a team-building exercise in 2017. And the race quickly gained popularity online and was open to the public the next year. The race was suspended in 2020 and 2021 due to COVID-19 pandemic, but made its return in 2022. Houston man Andrew Stuber was crowned the top Tyrannosaurus in this year's race. This year's T-Rex World Championship races also featured an aerial event. 3 people in T-Rex costumes jumped out of a skydive Snohomish plane and parachuted down to the field before racing to the finish line. The full event is set to be aired on ESPN2, guys. So we're already talking about how Joey Chestnut does the eating thing. That's some alternative programming. Well, you can also see the T-Rex Championships on ESPN2 sometime later this summer. But you don't have to wait for the whole show. I'll show you some of it right here on the Vibe Not So Serious News. Here you go. Here's a little, they actually have like the horse racing blocks. Let's watch a little bit of this.
And T-Rex is away. They come flying down the stretch in the championship from the outside. 4, 5 T-Rexes.
Oh, there's some fell at the end. I wanted to see some falling. Hell yeah. There you go. I had to see some falling there. There you go. Okay. Let me go back on that one because I have another video in that article that I want to show you. I think I can actually show you the skydiving part of the T-Rex World Championships, which will later air this summer on ESPN2. Let me show you some of this. What do you think, Pecan? You like it?
Yeah, I thought it was pretty funny.
Let's see. We love silly, crazy shit. Let's see what this video. Oh, here's the T-Rexes jumping out of a plane now. Skydiving T-Rexes. Only on the Vibe.
We've got some T-Rexes on their way down. There's the view from high above.
89. Oh, that's dirt. Oh, get them legs going. Hell yeah, there you go. Oh, and then they run, and then they race. That's pretty cool. I like the racing aspect at the end of it there. That is awesome. So there you go. The T-Rex World Championships, Andrew.
I've been thinking about this. For the last couple months, couple years. What could we do to save pitchers' arms and prevent like Tommy John surgery in baseball?
Well, thank you, Andrew. You've been thinking about that for years, but you decided to bring it up right now. Well, let's ponder it right now. All right. My critique about this, Andrew, if we're going to break off and do a little Andrew spontaneous sports, is that I believe the pitchers are practicing too much during the week, Pete Cunt, throwing these simulated games. That's my take. I never remember hearing like our favorite pitchers throwing like 9-inning simulated games in between games, like under a tunnel or something, brother.
That's crazy.
All those old guys would just went out. They would just like drink and smoke and do whatever in between games and all. They would practice when they had to practice. But Andrew, I believe that is my belief, my friend. I think that they're much like the kids that are overplaying in the playground and just doing pitching all the time. They're not mixing it up with other sports. I think these guys are just overusing their shit. So that's my 2 cents for Andrew's spontaneous sports question in the middle of the vibe. Not so serious news.
You don't think it's pitchers throwing too hard?
I believe that it's not only throwing too hard, Andrew, but you combine that with doing it too frequently. I don't like the mechanics they need to do that to get them 100-mile-an-hour pitches, but they don't need to be doing that so often when they're not playing. That's my little 2 cents about that. Robo-arm, says our friend Rob Taker. Maybe that's a solution. Andrew would love to do a 2-person jump for a plane jump. Hell yeah, Andrew could do a tandem jump.
I would do it nude.
Widow Killer says, I would do it. Oh, he said nude. I thought he said he would do it with a dude. He said he would do it nude with a dude. Is that what you said, Andrew?
No. I said I would do it completely naked.
We heard nude with a dude. We heard nude and dude. I don't know. Robo arms, maybe that would be the solution. Yes, Widow Killer says, is this the scene from the new Jurassic World movie? Yeah, it's the Temu version there, Widow Killer. That's all the budget we had for this one, so there you go. I thought I heard that initially. I don't know if that movie's doing so well at the box office, Bobby Nick. I haven't seen it yet.
I don't know.
I don't know. Jurassic World. I know. Going back and watching the old ones, those special effects aren't very special anymore. They were good back in those days, but I don't think they hold up so much. That and Jumanji, I don't know those special effects hold up nowadays. Robo arms. Andrew, you would have to do a 2-person jump for that plane jump. A ball sack parachute.
I only have 1 testicle.
So that would make it a landing challenging for a ball sack test for a parachute there. Let me see what else I got in the vibe in the hopper for the not so serious news. I did the AI story about just indie rock bands now. That was the last story we kind of did before we got branched off a little bit. I got a couple bikini reports I want to end the news with. Normally I only give you 1, but because I was off for a week, I got 2 of them for you now. This first one I want to talk about. Now, I was never a big fan of the canned like fruits. This is about the Del Monte company. Possibly, you guys ever grow up on Del Monte fruit, Bobby Nick? You have that up in Canada? Yeah. It's a popular brand name, Pete Cunt, right?
Yes, sir.
And I guess, it's definitely one of those brands that I guess it's just been around forever. It's been part of our culture so long, never even questioned it or never pondered it or thought about how long it's been around or how much longer it might be around. But for more on the latest goings on with Del Monte, I understand they've had to file for bankruptcy. But hell, she can tell you about it better than me, and she looks better in a bikini too. So for more on Del Monte, the very famous fruit company, filing for Chapter 11 and the future of Del Monte, we take you over to the Bikini Report.
Monte Foods has filed for bankruptcy. The company is 138 years old and has been...
Damn, I didn't know that. 138 years, Bob. I didn't know that, guys. Yeah.
Been a mainstay of the canned fruit and vegetable aisle in grocery stores for ages. Along with its famous canned pineapples and peaches, it owns other brands too, including Contadina tomatoes and College Inn broths and stocks. But Del Monte just announced that it's entering Chapter 11 and is searching for a new owner. The company says it secured over $900 million in funding, which will let it keep operating during the sale process. But it also lists liabilities as high as $10 billion, which is a pretty deep hole to climb out of.
10B.
One expert is pinning the company's troubles on changing customer behavior, saying preferences have shifted from preservative-laden canned food towards healthier alternatives. Do you think Del Monte and their canned foods are a relic of the past, or do they still have a place in the grocery aisle? Tell us in the comments, and be sure you're following the Bikini Report for more daily headlines.
She's got to preserve those melons, baby. Yeah, I like her cans more, says our friend Rob Tager checking in. Yeah, got to preserve those melons. So yeah, that's a couple things out of that, guys. I didn't know that they were in trouble. It's one of those companies that's been around so long, it's like the woodwork. You don't even think about it, but 138 years, and all of a sudden having trouble, and they kind of liken it to the changing in trends. We've gotten away from canned foods, I guess. That is probably fair to say, Bob.
Yeah.
Canned foods.
Definitely.
That used to be the best way to get something back and forth airtight, economically, was canned food, but people want those fresh food options. So I wonder if they're going to have to be turning more to fresh varieties, or if they're ever going to recover from this pecan. I don't know, but there you go. Got it. Yes, Andrew. Got a melon comment?
There's gotta be like more canned food companies than that. I'm sure someone will take over.
You're probably right, Andrew. In the world of business, even though $10 billion, that's a lot of debt, buddy. But there's a lot of those, those venture capital companies or those investment companies that will buy up these brands like they did Hostess. Yes.
Are we doing a piss break soon?
Yeah, Andrew. Yeah, Andrew. How about this? If you can hold out, since I'm spoiling the people, with one more Bikini Report, that'll take us to the top of the hour, Andrew. And we're a full half hour behind schedule. But I say only because we're having so much fun. The enthusiasm and the energy for the opening chat family check-in was off the charts. I'm happy to have P-Cunt, Andrew sitting here holding his piss in the best he can, and my friend Bobby Nick back after taking a day off for his damn self. One more Bikini Report. We'll wrap up the news, and we're going to do a piss break and see how much fun we can squeeze in the last hour of 3 hours of The Vibe. But for this one, we're going to talk about fast food a little bit. I've been a little bit discouraged with fast food recently. I don't eat it a lot, but when I go, the experience is nowhere near kind of what it used to be. And McDonald's, I mean, it's just like a totally like just plain. There's no character to the place anymore or anything. So in this next Bikini Report, the last thing we're going to do on the Vibe Not So Serious News today, we're going to give you some of the fast food rankings of some of the best and worst fast food establishments. For more on that, go take it away, Bikini Report. Tell us about the better and the worst fast food establishments out there today.
Has no tits.
Oh, let's find out, Andrew.
Annual American Customer Service Index rankings are out, and the quick service restaurants category is full of the good, the bad, and the embarrassing. The annual ACSI rating is based on over 16,000 surveys that evaluated people's experiences with big brands. That's things like the accuracy of the order, how helpful the employees were, the quality of the food, and a variety of other benchmarks. And once again, Chick-fil-A was the #1 quick service restaurant.
Yeah, the lips and
its
the
score
breast.
Of 83 was 4 ahead of Panda Express and Starbucks, and 5 ahead of Arby's, Panera, Papa John's, and Pizza Hut. That's the
Them lips have like a personality of their own or some shit going on there. I don't know.
good. The bad is that popular chains Jack in the Box scored just 74, Sonic and Taco Bell 73, and Dairy Queen 72. The embarrassing is that the mighty McDonald's scored a feeble 70, putting it in last place for the second year in a row.
Wow.
People are clearly not loving it.
Nope.
But what about you? All things considered, what do you think is the best overall quick service chain? Tell us in the comments, and be sure to follow the Bikini Report for more daily headlines.
Thank you, Bikini Report. I couldn't keep up with the fake parts on there, Andrew. The lips, the breasticles. What else you got, buddy? What?
Thighs.
Thighs. You think they're fake thighs? Got thigh implants? I heard a story yesterday, and I didn't pull it for today's show, but I did hear a story about people that are having regret. That apparently, when they get these Brazilian butt lifts, Andrew, they use like old fat in there, and they're saying that there's literally a cosmetic term that these women actually start stinking, Bobby Nick. The fat. Yes. There is a story. Apparently, this is a known thing that people get these butt injections, these Brazilian butt lifts. There is a funk. There is a smell that accompanies this after they have it for too long and the shit inside of them goes bad. But I digress, says our friend Ass Implants, Tiffany Washington checking in. All right, guys. Well, look, it's 2:00. We are 2 hours into a 3-hour show. Typically at an hour and a half, 1:30 East, we take our piss break. But my boy Andrew is ready. He's got it filling up to his eyes. They're filling up so high. We got Pecan with us. We got Bobby Nick, and we got 30 great people in the chat family. So what do you say we do this, guys? Let me wrap up the news here, and we're going to take a piss break. But let me wrap that up in a proper way. I turn my little ticky thing off, and I run my element and get back in my casual studio. That was fun. Hopefully for you guys, that was the vibe, not so serious news. Having fun and staying alive, creating positive vibes on a Whack-A-Go Wednesday. Thank you, everybody who's helped contribute and whack the goal for this Wednesday, folks. But here's what we're going to do. Now, we're not done having fun, so don't think that we're going anywhere. This is simply a 2.5-minute pause for the call, so none of us piss ourselves. I got Rock You Like a Horoscope after this. I got Whack Tracks. I got Juicy Man Meat, Bricked Up. We got to see what the stars have in mind for us because it's Wednesday on this Whack-A-Go Wednesday. Because Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we check the soulful horoscope readings to see what the stars have in mind for us. But let's
more than 2.5 minutes, I think.
All right, well, Andrew, maybe you got to take a poop break. It's none of my business, folks. But whatever you do, it's time. It is that time to pause for the cause. You can grab a drink, grab a smoke, grab a snack, grab a friend, or maybe you got to do what Andrew has to do. Whatever you can do in 2.5 minutes, go ahead and take care of what you got to do and come back for basically a whole other show on the other side of this 2.5-minute piss break right after this, folks, for more fun. Stay tuned.
I think I need a piss break. I'll do the pee-pee dance. I'll do the pee-pee dance. I'll do the pee-pee dance, pee-pee dance. Yeah. Think I need a piss break. I think I need a piss break. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think I need a piss break. I do the pee-pee dance. I do the pee-pee dance. Yeah. I think I need a piss break. Oh yeah. I'll do the pee-pee dance. Oh, watch me now. I'll do the pee-pee dance. Come on, give it to me, that pee-pee break. DJ, hook it up. Drop that beat. Yeah. I'll do the pee-pee dance. I think I need a piss break. I think I need a piss break. Yeah. Watch me now. Pee-pee breakdown, pee-pee breakdown. Break it down, pee-pee, yeah. Think I need a piss break. I think I need a piss break. I think I need a piss break. Oh, yeah. Wash your hands. Don't be gross. I know you touched your pee-pee.
We're back from, some of us are back from pee-pee touching time. Now, Pecan, I'm sorry this happens from time to time, but Pecan said, I know you touched your pee-pee. Oh, pee-pee Andrew. They said, I thought it said something where Andrew, you said Andrew touched your pee-pee or something. I thought that's what I read. Okay, not this time.
I touched my pee-pee and I liked it.
I touched my pee-pee and I liked it. Well, I like it when anybody does. Come on, man, let's get into it. All right. We're into hour number 3 of 3 hours of BF Live The Vibe. You are watching and or listening to BF Live The Vibe on a Wednesday. Stream show 337, making our way to 350 shows. Thanks for everybody that's hanging out today. Please like, share, and subscribe wherever you happen to be enjoying the show from today. We know you love us, but it helps us out. Why don't we go check over here? We got these great live cameras here on YouTube, and one in particular came up on my feed, and this one is the actual from England. This is the Abbey Road from the Beatles album cover, guys.
Wow.
This came up in my feed today, Bobby Nick, and I'm like, you know what? I thought, let me look at that because there's got to be nothing but people just doing this in the crosswalk, right?
Right.
So
Yeah.
I thought it'd be interesting. Let's watch and see. It can be. I saw some earlier. I like seeing the setup. You see people on either side of it, and you know they're setting up for the pose for the famous Abbey Road album cover. I don't know, but yeah. So I like to sit here and watch. But this is where they did it. I guess they just needed an idea. It was as simple as that. This is where they were living and hanging out back in those days. And they needed an idea for an album cover, so they crossed the street. Oh, this woman's making people stop. When I watched it earlier, I literally did see people, Bobby Nick, like walking in and doing this, and then like circling back around and like getting another shot of it again. But I imagine if you lived here with these people, they literally probably have to put up with this every day.
Probably.
With the tourists coming in there. But there you go. So that is the live Abbey Road. I was going to wait and I figured it wouldn't take too long. Let me say, get a picture of me? Can I get a picture? Go, we're going to get a picture. Let's go to Abbey Road and get it. Let me see. We got MHMM. Got Not the Bees checking in again. Good to see all of our friends in here. Wait, what are we talking about, Juggalette Jen? Well, if you're live, I don't know if you're live or not, but this is the actual Abbey Road. This is where the Beatles made their famous picture, took their famous picture in this crosswalk for their famous album, Abbey Road, of the same name right here. That's what we're talking about right now. So I was waiting to see if we could catch it live. We could catch some dorks kind of actually doing the picture, because Bob, I'm sure every day you got great. I got that intersection. I got to wait for these tourists to get out of the way or something, right?
Right. Yeah.
Now let me ask you this, Bob. Being a Canadian and having things based on English standards, do you have the roads that go this way, or are your roads a style to the American direction? What do you guys do up there in Canada? Actually, I was up there.
More American.
More American. I was only up in just a little edge of Canada. Look, see. I would probably do a 2-space nerd, absolutely. Like if I was there, if you told me I was on Abbey Road, I would be that guy. I would stop and give him a picture. Go ahead, give him a picture with the stride. Let me. I thought I had a copy of that pulled up real quick so I could show people what people are going for. People like Jen who might not get what's going on here. I will show her this real quick. This is what they. I'll show this screen instead. Here you go. Right there. They're trying to duplicate that. That's the actual road right there. So you'll see various people, tourists, that go there, and much like Jim Norton and Jim Florentine went to the Led Zeppelin house that was on the album cover when he went to England. Some people just go to Abbey Road just to go that I stood here on the very same intersection that the Beatles photographed their famous album cover. So I figured I literally saw people doing it earlier though, Bob. Ooh,
right.
We got him. Look at this guy. He gives no fucks. He's a legal crosser right here. He gives no fucks.
We don't see it no more.
Oh, well, that would help.
Up.
Thank you. Thank you, Bob. I meant to switch back. Here you go. Thank you, bud. Here we go. There you go. Oh, this person's getting piled. Yeah, the one dude I showed when I didn't have the screen out, he didn't give no fucks.
Oh, shit.
What?
Uh-oh. Is that breaking news?
Well, my sister again.
You can do that. You can do that whenever you need to, Andrew. But yeah, you did it on a public show. Wish her a happy birthday. Tell her to watch BF Live The Vibe. Let's see. She doesn't know good music space. Rob Tinker says, space nerd, talking about Jen, because they asked Jen if she lived under a rock because she wasn't aware of that. Oscar, I love your artwork. I don't know if she was aware of that based on what she was saying. But let's see. But now, I'm sure there's some people that stop for the traffic with like, no, go ahead, because I want to do the picture when nobody's around. You probably got to put up with all that shit. There you go.
Yeah.
I figured just a little pit stop along the way on the Vibe. I figured we'd be checking over on the. So there we go. And look, somebody learned something. Even Juggalette Jen learned something about the famous Abbey Road right here. Let me look at let's check out the points and the likes here. Thank you for the 30 likes. I could use 31, 32. Let me see who's leading in the XP. Currently in the XP, we got Peak Hunt with 550 points. We have Oscar Electric in second place with 250. And then we have Flex 316 coming in with 175. And don't blame me for how the points are distributed, y'all. I'm just the messenger. Don't shoot the messenger. But there's the points right there now. Thanks for everybody that's participating and super chatting and membering up right here on the Vibe. Oh, we got 2 toward my goal. Come on, folks. It's a shameless Waggle Wednesday. Come on now. We got super chats, Rumble rants, all that stuff. Memberships, Amazon gift cards, bail bonds. We'll take it all, man. EBT cards. It's not ice cream, Jen. That's Rocky Road. Oh, with their food references. They think that she's messing it up. All right, here. Well, let's do this. I know there's only one, but I think it's a good one. And we haven't done this in a day or two. Why don't we do a National Day calendar check? Because there's always a holiday or celebration for someone or something. Let's see what they are today in the National Day. Hey, hey.
3, 2, 1.
That's right, folks. This is our National Day calendar check. I like to do this for all of us to frame the day, because when you podcast 5 or 7 days a week, you might lose track of what day it is. So I remind myself and everyone else that today is July 9th, Wednesday, July 9th. It's the middle of the day. It's the middle of the week. So let's see what the holidays are today on the National Day. Hey, hey. And there's only really one today. Well, actually 2. It's National Dimples Day. Go with your dimple self. I don't really have said dimples. I might have a dimple in my ass cheek. Ass cheek. In my ass cheek. I don't know. Ass Treeks, that's a classic too from Ronnie. Ass Treeks, Dimple Day. I don't really have a said dimple, but I understand the ladies love the dimples. I love them on the little babies. How about National Sugar Cookie Day on the Vibe we'll get into? Now, Bob, I love me some sugar cookies, my friend.
Oh, yeah.
I do love me some sugar cookies. We have a local store around here that makes them so nice and thin and crisp, Bob, and they put that nice colored sugar on them, and they're just so thin and sweet and crispy. Love a great sugar cookie, and today's my day. Each year on July 9th, we honors, it doesn't say we honor, let me see, each year on July 9th, we honors the ever-popular and delicious sugar cookie, I say. On National Sugar Cookie Day, that is. Whether you love your cookie plain or decorated, sugar cookies are a sweet addition to our snack list. A holiday favorite and very easy to make, sugar cookies disappear quickly once they come out of the oven. Most sugar cookies include sugar, flour, butter, eggs, and vanilla, and either baking powder or baking soda. While most people have the ingredients on hand at all times, some of the ingredients should be fresh for the best outcome. Children enjoy baking and decorating anytime someone bakes a batch of sugar cookies. Get your cookie on today. How about you, Pecan? You a fan of sugar cookies?
Oh, yeah, especially during Christmas time.
Yeah, it does. There's something special about a certain time of the year that makes you eat cookies maybe more than other times of the year. Well, you don't even have to wait. I guess it's kind of half Christmas almost here, July for those sick people that celebrate that. It's National Sugar Cookie Day. And those are some really elaborate sugar cookies they got looking right there. I like just good old flat dough sugar cookie. It's National Sugar Cookie Day on our National Day calendar check. Let's check about National Dimples Day, and let's see if anybody out there has them or what people like about National. Oh, wait a minute. Hang on. You're not going to show your ass cheeks, are you there?
No.
Oh, look at this guy. Look at this. Look at this handsome. Look at that smile. There you go. That handsome. There's a screenshot right there for you, people. Make that your avatar for the day. If that don't make your day, I don't know what else we can do here on the Vibe. Screenshot. All right, well, there you go.
That's
Andrew's
what
got
I'm here for, motherfuckers.
National Dimples Day is what he's here for, motherfuckers. On July 9th, we admire those like Andrew that have adorable national indentations known as a dimple on National Dimples Day. Dimples are often associated with the cute babies and good-looking adults like Andrew, with only 20 to 30% of the entire world's population having dimples there, Andrew. Although most people possess 2 dimples, a rare few produce only 1 when smiling. I still say people have ass dimples too.
Yeah.
But I digress. Look, you like, yep, they do. That's a thing. Dimples are considered. Oh, he's not done talking about his dimples. Come on, Dimples. I think you just earned a new nickname, Dimples. What's up?
I'm lucky.
You're lucky. Okay, Dimples. Dimples the giant over here. Giant the Dimples. Dimples are often associated. Oh, we got that one. But it does say 30% of them. Although most people, we got that one. I was going to read the second part that said dimples are considered a genetic trait. Normally, if one person in a family has dimples, it's likely that another family member will. Some scientists believe we inherit dimples. However, other scientists believe dimples are a random trait people have. Until more research is available, no one knows which gene produces dimples. In fact, there is very little scientific research to make that determination. Wow. We know about all kind of other genetic traits, but we don't know nothing about dimples other than we're cute, and Andrew has them, and it's National Dimple Day on the National Day calendar. Got Dimples McGee over here, Andrew. Well, there you go, buddy. I told you it was going to be a short one today, but we always like to check them because there's always a little something fun to talk about. We'll do it again on another day, but that was today's National Day. Hey, hey.
3, 2, 1.
Hell yeah, we're having it, and we're doing it at the same time. Hanging out here in the midday. It's the middle of the day. It's the middle of the week. Hanging out with 30 people on average most of this time. Thank you for hanging out for positive vibes and giving us your positive vibes. Oop, I see some pretty colors coming in. Let's see. We have some comments on that. Yay, sugar cookies. Magic cookie is better. Magic cookie. We haven't had a chance to smoke yet, guys. We're going to have to come up with one. We're going to do a little celebratory hit right here, honorarium. A dimple can do a number on me. Only some people, though, with their dimples. Yeah, like psychotic people with dimples, like with this guy. What does this guy's dimples do for you here? Oh, let me see. I'm going to do this guy. Look at it. I don't think he knew he was on screen. Oh, I hate having dimples. Everybody must give Not the Bee such a hard time having those natural dimples over there. Juggalette Jen checks in with the most generous $2 super chat on a Wackago Wednesday. And she also has the hashtag BNOW. For those that don't know what that coding means, that means Bobby Nick World Order. Thank you, Juggalette Jen, for the $2 on a Wackago Wednesday. What do you think of your PCW entrance with Terry Nee? Well, Juggalette Jen, unlike you, I can't say that I see every match because I'm not always hanging out on every show with Late Night with Bobby Nick. Like you can see Juggalette Jen hanging out, paddling, and ho-coasting. I said ho-coasting. Whoop.
Oh, ho-coasting.
Freudian slip. I said ho-coasting. We came up with a new term for Jen. She's ho-coasting with Bobby Nick.
She's my ho-coast. That's
She's
right.
the ho-coast. It done stuck, Juggalette Jen. I'm sorry. Yeah. That was a Freudian. That was a slip of the tongue. But I think you're gonna have to
later on.
Oh boy!
Yeah.
Oh god! Wait till later on night when Jen ho-coast with Bobby Nick. The PCW. I don't get to see everything that you ho-coast there, Juggalette Jen, but you can see that and so much more by going to Peacunt 420 right here on YouTube. Peacunt 420 is where all of these matches that we're talking about. If you want to go back and see Perry fight Tony Hawk with Bob Levy be a special guest referee, you can do that. If you want to see Juggalette Jen wrestle Bobby Nick or Wendy wrestle people, Peacunt 420. The link is running in this chat. The ho-coast Jen there. What'd I say? The co-host or the ho-coast?
I gotta write that down. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
sounds
write
like
that down, Bobby.
Oh boy, here we go. I have back dimples, not face ones. Ooh, I do like me a good back indentation. Oh, Bobby Nick World Order is what she clears up with the hashtag right there. And then Peacunt, the most generous co-host, bro and hanging out, hits me up with $2 again. On a Wackago Wednesday. And my man knew that I was struggling for a reason to smoke. He overheard me. So this is the time, folks. Do you partake? Do you drink? Do you smoke? Whatever you do. Do you have someone that's no longer with us that you miss and that when you smoke, you would like to think about them? We have a friend named Donkey Kongington here. So this is just a reason for us to pause the show, take a hit, and remember an old friend so you can remember Donkey Kongington wherever you might be missing as we do another dab done for Dunks. And I say thank you, Peacunt, for the $2. Here comes in memorial for our friend Donkey Kongington and people that are no longer with us. Another dab done for Dunks. Another dab dog for Dunks. Doo-doo-doom, doom, doom. Another dab dog for Dunks. And another dab done, and another dab done. Another dab done for Dunk. Hey, gonna dab you too. Another dab done for Dunks. Another dab dog for Dunks. Oh, Dice Godfrey. Oh, Dice Godfrey. Another dab done for Dunks. Thank you, Pecan, for that. You knew I was like I'm looking for an excuse to take a hit. Let's see. Mandy, you did it yourself. Ha ha ha. Ho coasting. There she goes. Hashtag ho coasting. She loves it. With Bobby Nick's Ho Coast. Juggle it. I'll try not to choke on the last bits of that hit. Here we go. Join Bobby Nick later on tonight for Late Night with Bobby Nick with Ho Coasting Juggle It Jen. That's right.
Sounds perfect.
Ho coasting. Ho coasting. Oh yeah, brother, we're ho coasting. Let's dab for Dunks. Miss you. R.I.P. Donkey Kongington. There's the links for all of our friends. I love it, Pecan. There you go. Admiral Butterfingers did one for Dunks, the dab for Dunks. Oh, Tiff, you can understand. I bought 2 joints yesterday. Have lost them. 2 joints. If you lost 2, whoa. If you lost 2 joints, that means you've done it too long. We all need to fucking get together some over a weekend. Yeah, we can do that. Andrew's been wanting to do that for a long time and smoke. Well, it's great having this great online family. I call it chat family all the time. I say it for a reason. Let me check off National Day Hey Hey. 221. The show has shifted. I like just going with the flow of the show. We're ho coasting. We're having it. We're doing it. I lost the joint last night too. Wait a minute. See, now I would be that straight motherfucker. I'll find that shit, and when I find it, I'm smoking that shit. If you too high to find your shit, I will find it and smoke it since you can't find your shit. That was always a level for me, Donkey Kongington, because there was a couple times where I would misplace something. I'm like, if I'm so high, I don't remember where I put my shit last, that might be my sign to cut it off for today. That's a sign for me. So let's see. Bobby Nick World Order, I was going to ask you about that. Says Chris Thompson checking in. Thank you, Chris Thompson.
Yes.
I thought you were a member here on The Vibe because you've been generous and I thought you membered up and super chatted, but thank you, buddy. I thought that's all that wrench. Can't be losing the joints, kid, says Admiral Butterfingers. You're damn right. I told you, Admiral, that is definitely a level for me. When I can't find my shit no more, I'm like, maybe I don't need that next hit. If I can't, maybe that's a sign I don't need the next one if I can't find it. But that rarely happens, Admiral Butterfingers. I'm a pro. Let's see. I know Donk's real name because he put it on the return address. Chris Thompson, Hoya brother from our friend Pecan. Space Nerd says, I have no idea where they are. They will turn up. I know the dog didn't get it. Oh, I hope they don't turn up in the laundry. That's the worst place to find your old joints, is that they showed up in the laundry. All right. Why don't we have some... We always got I got a sheet full of fun stuff that we can get into and talk about, but I do know that it is Wednesday, and I do know that I have a great chat family. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go in and read this new colorful thing that showed up in the chat. In the meantime, I'm going to ask you to throw your signs into the chat because today is Wednesday, and on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays here on The Vibe, we like to check your soulful horoscope readings or rock you like a horoscope segment to see what the stars have in mind for us at the beginning, the middle, and the end of the week. So we're going to do that right after I let you know that Juggle Jen gifted 1 BF Live The Vibe gifted membership, so thank you for that. Thank you, Jen, on this Wackago Wednesday. PayPal, Streamlabs, Rumble Rants, Amazon gift cards, bail bonds, EBT debt cards. We take it all here on The Vibe. All right, I see the horoscopes coming in. Thank you, Juggle Jen. I will let you know that Nice Podcast Stupid caught that one. Welcome to The Vibe family, Nice Podcast Stupid. Nice Dan got it, says Juggle Jen. Definitely not in the laundry. Pecan checks in with Aquarius and Sagittarius for himself and Mother Pecan. All right, folks, well, it's that time where I go over to my studio. I will caress my crystal balls ever so gently as I bring to you your Wednesday soulful horoscope readings. Hey, are you feeling lost in search of life's answers? Well, search no further. This is BF's soulful horoscope reading. Let's do them, folks. A lot of people get some really... I see it more and more ever since we've been doing this segment that people more and more get some great information, and I hit close to the nerve when we do our Soulful Horoscope readings. Andrew.
Pisces.
Pisces, he goes. Andrew goes to the front of the line. Well, I will let Andrew go to the front of the line because he is my co-host, bro, and friend. So as we start off this segment, I will do Andrew's first. It's time for... Like a horoscope. The talented Chris Popke gave us that alternative track that I played. This is Rock You Like a Horoscope, your soulful horoscope readings. Let me go to my porn/horoscope reading music under the new menus. Play a little Bow Chickie Wow Wow to set a proper tone. I will caress my crystal balls ever so gently that Bobby Nick saw me caressing one day. He exposed them. Peacunt checks in first and says, it's Aquarius for Peacunt and Sagittarius for Mother Peacunt. Well, here you go, Peacunt, my most generous friend and co-host today. Here's your first one of two for my friend Peacunt and all the Aquarius joining us today. Here comes your Soulful Horoscope reading. Aquarius, in tough situations, calm persistence can be your strongest ally. Keep asking questions and don't accept dismissals at face value. With informed action, you should be able to overcome obstacles and reach a fair resolution. That is for my friend Peacunt, and that is for all the Aquarius joining us today. That was the first of two. And since Mama Peacunt has Sagittarius, we call it Vegetarius here on The Vibe. It applies to Bobby Nick and all the Sagittarius or Vegetariae joining us today. This is your Wednesday Soulful Horoscope reading, Sagittarius. Surrounded by friends, your mind may overflow with ideas and energy, Sagittarius. It can be a productive time, but it's wise to conserve your resources. The stars hint at a brief period of restraint. Tightening your budget now can be a wise move, Sagittarius. Bobby Nick. Like a horoscope. That was your. As I move on to Space Nerd, who I will read two for because she's on the cusp, and she always reminds us that Leo cups the Virgo's balls, so I will read the first of two. This is for Leo, for Space Nerd and all the other Leos joining us today. Where there's a will, there's a way, Leo. We start off with a kind of a stereotype. Others may push you hard, Leo, but true success comes from your own passion. Set your sights high and pursue your goals boldly, Leo. Keep romantic feelings private for now to avoid missteps. That is for the nerd. It's the first of two. She says Leo cups Vigo, but I knew she meant Virgo. I am a Virgo, so this is for the second of two for Space Nerd and all the other Virgos joining us today. This is our Wednesday Soulful Horoscope reading. Virgo, you may long for something just out of reach. I can't quite reach it. I can't reach it. You're stirring feelings of loneliness or discontent. If fulfillment feels distant for you, try adjusting your perspective. Move forward calmly, focusing on what truly matters to create a more peaceful future. The second of two for Space Nerd, and for all the Virgos, that's our Wednesday. Like a horoscope. As we move on, the Wednesday Rock You Like a Horoscope, Soulful Horoscope readings. There's Virgo corrected with the spelling. We don't take off her spelling here on The Vibe, but you can take off your clothes. They're optional. Mandy Diff checks in, and she is also on the cusp. Mandy Double Diff, the first of two. For my friend Mandy and all the Aries joining us today, here comes your first one. Like a horoscope. Let me open up this screen. Open up this Aries real quick, and I will let you know that as soon as I click on it. Son of a bitch, where'd it go? Oh, change sign. Here we go. This is for Mandy Diff and all the Aries joining us today. Here's your first of two, Mandy Double Diff. Some hidden problems in your house could suddenly appear, Mandy Double Diff and my Aries friends. This could involve plumbing, electricity, or the walls. This is very specific. Repairs are definitely indicated. It's best for you to see them through right away rather than wait. The problem will only escalate if it's neglected, Mandy Diff and my Aries friends. It's probably better to call in professionals than try to do it your damn self. Things like this are a drag, but they happen. That's for Mandy Double Diff, the first of two. That was That was very specific, Mandy Double Diff.
Really?
Now we Libra, the second of two for my double diffing friend, Mandy Double Diff, and all the Libras joining us today. This is your Wednesday Soulful Horoscope reading, Libras. Now my page refreshed looking differently, so here we go. Libra. Your efficiency can earn well-deserved recognition, but romantic connections may call for greater flexibility. Yeah, I'll say. Yeah. Be open to spontaneity. What flexibility and spontaneity? I know what we're talking about here. Be open to spontaneity and new perspectives with loved ones. Steer clear of harsh critiques. Sensitivity could run high, and kindness will go further. Libra, the second of two for my double diffing friend, and supports me as a member, Mandy Double Diff.
Like a horoscope. I'm going to get my pearly whites cleaned. I'll be right back.
You're getting your what? Your face clean? What?
Pearly whites.
Oh, your ass wipe? You're getting your ass wiped? Oh, your pearly whites. Okay, Andrew will be back as soon as he can. He's going to brush his teeth. Get them pearly whites taken care of as we continue on with the vibe. Rock You Like a Horoscope Wednesday Soulful Horoscope readings. Juggalette Jen checks in with another colorful and generous $2 super chat on a Wackago Wednesday in order just to tell me her simple sign, Cancer. Please for myself and Dr. Scotty Fitzpatrick. Well, thank you. First of all, Juggalette Jen for that. Oh, thank you for the... On this Wackago Wednesday. Here we go. This is for Juggalette Jen and all of the Cancers joining us today, and even the ones not joining us today, like my bro Scott Fitzpatrick, Brian Clauder, and Juggalette Jen and all the Cancers. Here's your Wednesday Cancer Soulful Horoscope reading. Cancer, Juggalette Jen, timing really is everything. Present yourself thoughtfully when in the spotlight. A formal mood may not welcome humor, so don't try to be funny when it's supposed to be serious. If a romantic partner or friend makes a clumsy remark, respond with grace to strengthen your connection. Don't put them down. Juggalette Jen and all the Cancers joining us today. That was your... Rock You Like a Horoscope. Admiral Butterfinger says, Space Nerd, at least if they did, you will have the dog. There you go. Admiral gets the salute from Juggalette Jen as I look for more signs. Juggalette Jen, Bobby Nick World Order gets a salute right back from the Admiral. Dear Ranger checks in from Andrew the Giant 96 and says, I didn't know you could super chat on this stream. You can super chat on, I believe, on... okay, so you're watching on Andrew the Giant 96, and his No Filter channel is monetized, but if you want to give money directly to Andrew, there are links running throughout my chat for that, and if you want to be generous and come over to BF Live The Vibe, that's where the on-screen super chat is going. Dear Ranger, checking in for your Soulful Horoscope readings on a Wednesday. LOL Admiral, there you go. They're talking about personal stuff there in the chat, and drugs are bad, and when your dogs eat them and stuff. My dog comes running. Let's see what we got. At one point, looking up at the ceiling. Let's see. I lost a joint. I lost a joint because I got high. I shoved green beans up my nose because I got high. There you go. Chris Thompson is doing his own. Because I got high. And I know he's probably not even lying about that. Damn, poor boy. Gracias, BF. And I say Donata. I say Donata to that, my friend Peacunt. Let's see. We got the weave. Got it growing over here. I forgot the cookie was in my purse. They get into everything food. They stole my bag. Oh my God. They're having fun talking about dogs eating their drugs. Oh, we got Leo checking in. Well, come on. I'll read this, even though I think I read it for. I think I did read it for my friend Space Nerd. I'm going to read Leo one more time, just for those solo Leos out there. Where there's a will, there's a way, Leo. Others may push you hard, Flex 316, but true success comes from your own passion and pushing yourself. Set your sights high and pursue your goals boldly. Keep romantic feelings private for now to avoid missteps. That's a second reading of Leo. We got the Leos. We got all of them going. We got a Libra. I think I read that from Mandy Double Diff. Leos speak a lot today. Let's see. It's about right, Tiff. Fuck, says Mandy Diff about. Well, it's not always good news. Please don't shoot the messenger. Let's see. Andrew getting acknowledgement from Andrew the Giant 96 channel from our friend Robert Pena checking in. He's brushing his pearly whites right now. There, Andrew is. Flexi getting love from Space Nerd. Juggler Jen says, for my birthday, I got my very own nickname from Bobby Fran. She's ho-coasting. And my house is gonna fall down. That's right. You got that woodwork kind of issue going on there. Let's see. Mandy Diff, make sure that walls don't start falling over there. Let's see. Oh, let me see. Admiral, it's funny because I come home. Oh, I become a homeowner April 11th, not because I wanted to. Well, how about this? Let me see. Thank you, Matt, for throwing my link for people that might be co-streaming this show, the BF Live The Vibe, on Andrew the Giant 96 channel. Please subscribe by clicking on that link very easily, running over there in Andrew's chat. Chris is having fun laughing. We're going to start winding down this segment if there's no more. Jane Doe checks in and just gives a heart. We have a lurker who kind of just doesn't want to be known but wants to support the vibe. And I also notice a membership sticker. So I'm curious who Jane Doe might be, Bobby Nick.
Yeah.
Curious about that one. Let's see. All right. Can we get Gemini for my wife? Asked my friend Admiral Butterfingers. You absolutely can, because it's Wednesday and it's time to rock you like a horoscope. This is for Mrs. Butterfingers and all the other Gemini joining us today. This is your Wednesday Soulful Horoscope reading. Move with care and intention when you're in the spotlight, Gemini. Handle practical tasks like budgeting or organizing early in the day. Finishing these can free your time and energy for joy later. Whether with close friends or a romantic partner. Yeah. Oh, shit. That's how we do it on. That was Gemini. Oh, somebody gets lucky. Yes, and we are familiar with your situation when you inherited the house. You never left. There you go, Mandy Diff. Doing that real adulting stuff over here. We get it, Mandy. We know what you put up with, girl. You're just kind of doing the next steps you're having in life. Okay, peak hunt. I got yours because I did yours and Mama's. Here's this guy. I did Pisces first because Andrew made me do it first. Show them pearly whites, buddy. What'd you get done? Come on. He got dimples and pearly whites. Where else you gonna get Andrew dimples, pearly whites, and... Come on. Only right here on the vibe, right here in the middle of the day. We did Pisces, we did pecans and Mama Pecan, we did covered Sagittarius, Vegetarius, and even mine got covered with the Space Nerd. And since I'm not seeing any in the chat, we'll do them again on Friday, because everybody knows we do them Monday, we do them Wednesday, and we do them Friday. That was our Wednesday edition of... Rock You Like a Horoscope. Rock you like a horoscope. AKA your soulful horoscope readings. Hey, are you feeling lost in search of life's answers? Well, search no further. This is BF's Soulful Horoscope Reading. Yeah, folks, we're back. We're having it. We're doing it. Finishing up this episode 337 on a Wednesday, but not even finishing up the fun. Literally, the fun begin. That's not an empty promise, folks, because Bobby Nick has got a great fun show planned for you immediately following this show today. So if you're having fun with this party vibe, we're going to slide our way over to on the YouTube to Bobby Nick 1978 and eventually to the Rumble channel where the In the Lounge will be going down immediately following this show.
Right.
Uh-oh. Here we go. All right, we got 20 minutes left to go, guys. Let's see. And it is Wednesday. So why don't we finish up in a sexy way? We can do them back to back. I'll throw a little buffer in between. But where's all my ladies and my gay guys? I even had some gay gentlemen that were saying, hey, wait a minute, BF. I like this segment too. Well, this is just for you. It's just your time then. We like to do ladies and maybe our gay friends go first because this is your sexy segments. This is a prize and a treat for my great ladies that are part of my chat family. This is for all my BF Live, the vibe with great women. This is your Juicy Man Meat. Here we go, folks. It's time to get sexy, ladies first. And look who shows up right on time. It's Kyoto's Knees. Like I said, it is not only just for the ladies. The gay guys can come out the woodwork too. Don't be scared to show your face here on BF Live the Vibe, because this is a little something for everybody. Like it says right here on the banner, it's Juicy Man Meat just for the ladies and the gay men. Whoever enjoys this, whatever floats your boat.
Hello, Frisco.
Or find your lost remote. Oh, I hear somebody. I'm getting some feedback coming back.
Yeah.
I'm hearing myself coming back a little bit.
Little bit.
Little bit. Oh, here we go.
Hello, Frisco.
Well, you know, guys, I'm so heterosexual. I went to our folder first, and I'm supposed to be going to Juicy Man Meat, and I'm in the bricked up folder. But we will have ours in time.
Oh, you can play that.
I almost did, Bobby Nick. I think I did that once time before, and they went, "Hey, BF, what the fuck you doing, man?" Well, let's say, because I always tell you I'm highly heterosexual here, but I don't go out and look for this. You can send me stuff on bflive420@gmail.com, like a lot of ladies do for this segment. Here's your first piece of Juicy Man Meat.
Oh, I cannot explain. Every time it's the same. Oh, I feel that it's real. Take my heart.
Hello, Frisco.
Juicy Man Meat says Space Nerd. She knows what's happening. Good Knees is ready. Space Nerd. Oh.
Oh, I feel that it's real.
He's trying too hard to impress.
What's that, buddy?
He's too hard. He's too hard to impress himself.
Trying too hard. Well, this is likely what we need. We need a mop on All Nerd. We need a mop on All Nerd. Thank you. Let me see. The Juggalette Jen checks in with another generous $2 super chat. She's keeping up with our friend P Cunt on a Wackago Wednesday, the juiciest of man meats. Let's try and play that.
Yeah.
I'll play this for Juggalette Jen. And thank you, Jen, for helping on a Wackago Wednesday. Asking you receive, give me a $2 super chat, and you receive even more, Juggalette Jen. Here comes your next piece of the juiciest of Juicy Man Meats. Like I said, I know a lot of this gets submitted by our friend Space Nerd. I don't think she'll mind me telling you that. But if you have ideas, whether you're a man or a lady, please submit some of this to me at bflive420@gmail.com. All right. All right, so let's go with this next one. This ain't for me, and this ain't for the guys. This is just for the ladies and the gay men. Here's your next piece of Juicy Man Meat. It's like the same song. It's the same song, Bobby.
That same song.
Oh, I cannot explain. Every time it's the same.
This is Jason Momoa. Jason Momoa. Now, does every woman go for this whole kind of a Cro-Magnon man, long hair guy look? I mean, is this really what you like, ladies?
Audio.
It looks like what?
Fabio.
Fabio. That's a throwback name there, Andrew. The romance
Fabio.
novel. It is Fabio. Jason Momoa. I am Fabio. That's a long pull, ain't it? Fabio. Good pull, Andrew.
Oh, I cannot explain every time.
Bobby Nick, did you happen to see the videos of him participating and carrying on the mosh pits at the Ozzy farewell concert?
I didn't. I heard though.
Yeah, I heard he was there.
I saw a little bit of he was actually got into the pit a little bit when I don't think it was Slayer was on or somebody was on. He was actually doing his thing, yeah. But I don't know why it was news, but it was kind of cool seeing him get like pushed around and all that shit. There you go. All right, well, we didn't have the concert, but we got Jason Momoa here on Juicy Man Meat segment just for the ladies and the gay guys. Oh, now probably a lot of you remember this scene. I know I do, and I'm not going to say that I got an erection. That's my business. That's for me to know and you to find out.
Let's go!
This is the original from the original Top Gun, the volleyball scene with Val Kilmer and various other shirtless men, Andrew. Make sure you pay attention, buddy. I know you like this.
Hello, Frisco! That's gay! Let's go!
He definitely was, Matt. The gay guys always check in. He's got that big gay demographic.
Let's go!
I think my erection's in the danger zone. Ba-da-ba-bo-bo. Cougar is my favorite. I wonder why. All right. That's enough of that. They actually tried to recreate that scene in the new one they call Maverick or whatever. They actually tried to recreate with him being older and all that stuff.
Oh, really?
And I'm not going to say that he's just as sexy in the new one as he was the other one, because that wouldn't be a very masculine thing for me to say.
Hello, Frisco!
I wouldn't. I'm highly heterosexual, but I'll leave it up to you guys to judge this next piece. This is just for the ladies, Juicy Man Meat. Oh, what is this? Oh, what do we guess? Yeah, I think pretty. Oh. Yeah, you sent in this one too, you know. All right, if you ever want to know who to thank or to blame, she just gave herself up right there. She says she doxed herself because, yes, you can thank and or blame the lovely Stacey Allen for the beginning of the intro that I used for this package and for Space Nerd for providing much of the content here, right here on this segment, just Juicy Man Meat, just for the ladies. Brad Pitt, LOL, says Butterfingers. Ha, yes, BF, she says. He has another one, Tiff. There you go. Early Brad Pitt, and says our friend Space Nerd. All right, nerd. Well, I'm only going to play one more for you, and then we're going to have a little, like I said, we like the little palate cleanser, and then we'll get on to some highly heterosexual content. But it's the ladies' turn right now, and the gay guys. Here's your last piece of Juicy Man Meat.
I'm not even going to take right now because it's all men.
Suck what?
It's all men.
Oh, thanks for picking up on what I'm putting down. Look who just gets the show, guys. Here we go. It's all men.
Are you watching?
My signal's dipping. My signal's getting heterosexual on me, guys. Andrew likes that. I have heterosexual internet too. Definitely gay. Look, like we got an authority in the chat. It's like Rob Van Dam. 10 out of 10, 5-star. And I'll remind my member ladies that you can also use Juicy Man Meat emojis. 5 being the best and 4 being the least right here on BF Live The Vibe. Well, there you go. I always like to say 3 hours of fun and something for everyone. And Space Choice, Space Nerd is only thanking herself by saying, great choices today, BF. Well, if you'd like to submit some of those or some competing choices, or you have other ideas for Juicy Man Meat or Bricked Up segments, you can submit them to me at my Gmail, bflive420@gmail.com. But you'll have to wait another day for another piece of Juicy Man Meat, because that's all you'll get today. You'll get no more. That was your Wednesday Juicy Man Meat. That's right. 3 hours of fun and variety. A little something for everybody. That was your Juicy Man Meat. Thank you. Kyoto's niece says, boink, he is having a way too fun with it. I have, you notice, I pick men with clothes on. Did you? I don't know about that. I can't say that the same will hold for the guys, because we so horny. We love you long time, ladies. Which do you like best, Kyoto? So there you go. I like that the women and the gay guys are talking about, they're comparing notes on what they each like about men here. Well, we are in the middle of sexy segments and wrapping down maybe a sexy show. And Bobby Nick has got another show following this one. Whoop! Did I hear torture? I heard that wasn't the most serious scream. I thought I was hearing something coming out of my friend Bobby Nick. But since we're talking about all right, since we're talking about, we're in the middle of our sexy segments, finishing up this Wednesday in a sexy kind of way. I just kind of wanted to point out, there's OnlyFans out there, and there's lots of way these guys be simping on girls and stuff. And sometimes it happens like right in public, as example for this. So this is called How You Get Started Selling Foot Pics.
I just went to go get gas, and this man behind me, this man's probably like 50. He looks at my outfit and goes, "Your outfit matches very nicely." I'm like, "Oh, thank you, sir." Then he goes, "I really like your shoes." So it's like, "Oh, thanks." He goes, "What size of shoe do you wear?" I was like, 8.5. I'm at the register. I say 15 on pump 3. The man behind me speaks up, says, "Oh, I'll pay for her gas."
Now that's always a sign, gentlemen and ladies. If somebody, a creepy dude is showing up wanting to pay for your stuff, he's probably wanting to get to know you. He probably wants something out of it, is what you might want to learn from that. That's the more you know from me.
It's like, "Oh, no, sir, you don't have to do that." He's like, no, I insist. I go outside to go pump my gas. The guy comes back and asks me he could have a picture of my foot. Why would someone want a picture of my foot? I start laughing. This guy's not laughing. Dude, he was serious. "Oh, no, sir." He's like, "How much do you charge?" How much do I charge for a picture of my foot? I don't really know my rates yet. So he goes, "How about 20? I'm like, "What? No, I would not do that." I don't know if that's illegal, but I just sold a picture of my foot for $80. I just went to the
God. Okay. Like, it's creepy, but man, what women have to put up with. Space Nerd loves her. We got, creep alert, says Adam O'Brien. We got creep alert. We got official creep alert. I would take free gas for a picture of my feet. See, that's a seasoned woman who has no shame in her game. Like, you see that with that little young thing. She didn't know how to handle that, did she, Space Nerd? Although I think now that she's holding $80, Bobby Nick, she knows exactly how to handle it.
Yeah, there you go.
I'll never understand that whole foot fetish thing, but yeah, like if somebody was creeping around me and they offered to pay for your stuff, yeah, he was like, you could tell by the way she was describing the story, he was on the case. Creepy or not, it's free money. I like her. She said, "I don't know if it was illegal or not." Admiral Butterfinger says that's nuts. Yeah, what's nuts is these girls being like literal millionaires out there, like off of just guys simping for them, and they literally just throwing them money in exchange for a little bit of attention.
Sophia Dean, I think her name is, makes more.
Sophia Rain.
Sophia Rain.
Yeah, I think her name's Rain. Yeah.
Makes more money than, I think it was,
a lot of people.
Some sports people.
Absolutely, Andrew. She's pulling in millions. Let me see if I can. Yeah. This. I thought they got a quick story on her, but Yeah, let me see. What does it say? The headline on Google says that Sophia Rain is an American internet personality, Andrew, and an OnlyFans model who went viral in late 2024, just late last year, for revealing her earnings on the platform. In her first year, she earned, Andrew, over $43 million.
How in the fuck?
She's got like houses and all kind of shit, Bobby Nick. She's fine and all, but $43 million. But yeah, she's 20 years old and guys will just send money to her. $43 million is what she says she made on OnlyFans, buddy. So there you go.
Crazy.
Can you do OnlyFans just for feet? I believe you can, Space Nerd. I believe you can. Not that I know anything about any of those services, but I think maybe they call it Only Feet. What the fuck?
I would do that if the facility would block everything when
it's gay dudes.
I hate my feet. I won't sell them.
As long as I make money.
Andrew's got no no shame in hhis game. There you go. So yeah, I just thought that was a wild story that that girls get just hit up randomly to sell pictures of their feet. Like the guy, she still had shoes on. I don't know. Whatever. It's just kind of a look into how sick we are and how I guess sexualized we are. So much so that like on shows that come on like 3 hours every day, they have to do sexy segments that feature like juicy man meat and it help us guys to get chubbed up together and get bricked up.
Keep cooking in the kitchen, making it right. Working with some wood, keep me up all night. Trying through the day like the queen on the throne. Everything she does got me feeling grown. Bricked up, got the vibe. Fixing up the world, I'm watching her thrive. See after pushing and meet you, that's clear. But I'm in full view, I'm staying right here. Bricked up, get bricked up. Bricked up, bring me up.
It's not weird at all. It's just time in that show where we show some sexy stuff for the guys and we get semis together. Nothing weird about this at all. As we wrap up this episode this Wednesday of BF Live The Vibe, and we're heading over to the lounge really soon right after this, immediately following this show. But it is our turn, guys, and then we're going to come back and do the plugs, and I'm going to tell you how you can find Bobby Nick in the lounge right after this. But here we go. This is our first piece, guys, to get bricked up on the Vibe. Here we go.
Dass wenn sich deine Band mal streiten sollten, ich auf jeden Fall dazwischen gehen kann. Hey, ich wollte dich nur kurz erinnern, dass wenn sich deine Band mal streiten sollten, ich auf jeden Fall dazwischen gehen kann.
I know, I do get greatest hits there,
Ich wollte dich nur kurz
You're not
erinnern,
wrong.
dass wenn sich deine Band mal streiten sollten, ich auf jeden Fall dazwischen gehen kann.
There you go. I'm glad you like
Ich wollte dich nur
that.
kurz
All
erinnern,
right.
Shiny, shaky boobs. Nothing wrong with that at all.
It's funny, yeah. No, what's wrong seeing that twice? And you're not wrong, P-Cunt, because I'm starting to notice that it's either subliminal or otherwise, is that people are submitting things that I show here on the Vibe already. But hell, if it's something you enjoy, I don't mind showing it a second time. But you're not wrong, buddy. We have seen that probably here on the Vibe. But I don't know many guys that are going to refuse some nice shiny titties 2 times in a row. But what do you think about, how about these? If you didn't know about those, what do you think about this? We are doing Bricked Up, finishing up a fun Wednesday here on the Vibe.
Question.
As I do, I'll talk up. Yes, Andrew.
High or low waisted?
Low. Wait. When we talk, be more specific, Andrew.
Huh?
The bottoms.
Oh, the underwear.
High or low waisted?
You like granny drawers? Is that what you're? Granny? I think he's trying to tell us he likes granny panties.
High or low waisted? Like they have.
I prefer off.
There you go.
I prefer the off position for panties.
All
Let's
the
see what
way off.
Let's see what this girl. I think we've already determined these girl. I think she's got natties. Maybe not. I don't know. There's some controversy among my women in here, but let's watch. We got the women checking in as we get bricked up. That's not weird at all. BS. Damn. Why does it look like the nipples are like moving separately from everything else? Like the breasticle. I don't know. Heaven must be missing a nipple. Missing one nipple, child. Yes.
Some women from breast cancer have to cut their titties out.
It's a shame, right? That's why we say save the titty, right? We are pro titty here on the vibe, right?
Yes.
We love the breasticles. We like all the natties. Stay around as long as you can, ladies. That's right, and you're not wrong. I mean, I've had it. It's been in my personal life among the women in my life. So yeah, women, if you don't get your guys to check you out for your lumps, make sure you don't feel no extra lumps in your gravy there when you're doing your damn thing. Preserve them breasticles. That's a more you know from Andrew. Well, that's a more you know from Andrew.
Yes.
I'm trying.
Yes.
Thank you, Andrew. I'm trying to.
Breasticles are important.
There you go. Okay. Well, this next one features my favorite breasticle, Underboob. As I show you the next one here on the vibe, this is my favorite superhero, Underboob.
Oh.
Thanks, Andrew, for harshing my mellow. It's a bird. It's a plane. It's Underboob on the vibe.
I couldn't see that very well.
Did you not see that, the Underboob? Oh. Tiff says, I have scar tissue. That I wish you saw. Sarcastic Mr. Know-It-All. All right, Tiff. Well, I got one more piece just for the guys, and then we're going to come back and do plugs and let you know where this fun train is going to be moving to next and continuing. The fun's not over. It's just beginning. We held it down for over 3 hours today. Here we go, guys. Here's our last piece of bricked up content on the vibe, Andrew. BF. That muted BF. That girl's got a shirt full of rocks. She's hot. What the? Damn. Got 2 stones. Well, there you go, guys. Nothing creepy about that at all.
Oh.
Just oogling over people while other women and people in the chat watch us. That's what we do here on the vibe. We did it for the ladies. We did, and now we just did bricked up for the guys. That's what that was, folks. That was bricked up.
Keep cooking in the kitchen, making it right. Working with some wood, keep me up all night. Trying through the day like a queen on the throne. Everything she does got me feeling grown. Bricked up, got the vibe. Thinking up the world, I'm watching her thrive. Yeah, the pushing and reaching that will. But I'm in full of view, I'm staying right here. Bricked up, get bricked up. Bricked up, bring me up.
And there you have it, folks. And I'm spent.
We are in overvibe.
We're kind of in overvibe, technically, Andrew. We're kind of squeezed in. We did do it, so I will run it, but only in overvibe to let you know where you can find us next, because this party isn't over. It's just beginning, but we are officially at 2 minutes after 3 o'clock into hour number 4 of the vibe. We're officially into overvibe. But our overvibe is going to be telling you how much fun the 3 hours that we just spent with you here. Thank you, everybody, for joining us today for BF Live The Vibe Stream Show 337. But like I said, how dare you? 337. Terry Nee is throwing up. They're having fun. The guys. BF prefers man meat. Hey, Stacey Allen wrote that. I do not resemble that remark. I'm highly heterosexual. Ella got one. Nice. That's a friend of mine that I suggested check out the show. I love how that works out, not the bees, because, wait a minute. It says Juggalette Jen checked in with that gifted membership, wrapping up a very successful Wackago Wednesday. Hang on, Andrew. I got business to do, buddy. What you got?
Who said that?
What's that?
Who said that was a friend of his or hers?
Let's get back into the chat, and I will let you know that. That was a friend of Not the Bees. That's who that was. Juggalette Jen gave it out, and Ella just became a sponsor or a member right here on The Vibe. Welcome to the family, and thank you for recommending people check out The Vibe, man. 3 hours of silliness, fun, and positivity is what we go for here, so I'm glad you're Ella, friend Ella, Not the Bees. Welcome to the family. That's a friend of mine that I suggested check out the show. Your neon sign got complimented by my stream last night, and, says our friend Juggalette Jen, it's true, found out in D.C., by the way. Hey! You sons of bitches. All right, guys. Well, like I said, this is just the beginning of the fun. I'm going to go around and let everybody do a few plugs. Hey, P-Cunt, bro. Thank you always. I thank you personally, and I'll do it on the air again. Thank you for your generosity and your encouragement and me doing this show, and your super chats help me keep doing it, my friend. So tell us about your channel, any last words, or where people can find your wrestling stuff and all.
You can just check me out on the P-Cunt /420 if you want to watch any of my videos. And once again, I want to appreciate you, Bobby Friend, for having me on once again, and love everybody on the chat family.
There you go. Our friend P-Cunt 420 right there. Go ahead and give him likes, shares, and subscribe. And go watch all those various matches, the ones that Bobby Nick will not be calling out live, like he will be later on tonight on Late Night with Bobby Nick. But that's the fun we got to get to yet before we talk to Andrew, because there's fun in between that. Andrew, any last words and plugs, my friend?
Andrew the Giant 96. AWeezy95 for Instagram. It's working good. It's working fine. Catch me on there doing some reels. YouTube, Andrew the Giant 96. And Andrew Flow 1 for sports stuff. And that Horny Wheelchair Guy for the not safe for work stuff.
Oh, boy.
Do not open it up with kids around or at work, because
excellent, Andrew. I'm glad you recommended that. If you're on the horny wheelchair guy, that horny wheelchair guy, Andrew is recommending, and I second this, do not open it around any friends or family members, because you never know what they're going to come over and shoulder at your shoulder and see. There's his credits or his stuff running right there, his plugs. No Filter with Andrew. No Filter. Andrew, No Filter. No Filter Andrew, and Andrew the Giant 96 is where this show is being co-streamed right now. Thank you, Andrew the Giant. Now, we're going to get into the meat of it, okay, everybody, because there's plenty more fun to be had, but you might need a pen and a piece of paper to keep up with some of this stuff, because this guy I'm going to give you to you right now, he's got a whole list of shows, the ones he knows about, he's going to tell you he's going to be doing later on, immediately following this show. Go, Bob. Go.
Yeah, well, I do a music video show, guys. It's called In the Lounge, and it'll be at 3:30 p.m. Eastern today. So yeah, check me out. And for the low price of $1 or one subscription, one gifted subscription, you get 6 credits. You can see your music video requests on my show. That's at Bobby Nick 1978, starting off there and then moving over after about a half an hour to rumble.com/The Bobby Nick Show. And then at 9 p.m. tonight Eastern at Bobby Nick 1978, we'll be doing the Lunatic Lounge, a boner show, members only, motherfuckers. So member up over there. It's only $4.99 a month, guys. No excuse not to. And you also get 2 bonus shows over there a week. So yeah, and another one of the bonus shows is tomorrow night, but it's also tonight. The actual show, the bonus show is tomorrow night at 10:30 p.m. Eastern, Late Night with Bobby Nick. But check us out tonight at 11 p.m. or 11:15 p.m. I think. Yeah. Eastern at Bobby Nick 1978. So yeah, there you go. Oh, and right. No Filter with Andrew and Friends tomorrow night at 7.
Because I challenged you and I warned you to get a piece of paper and a pen out, because I told you it's going to be a lot. But maybe you can use my method. I take you in baby steps. I walk you through one at a time. So basically, what I'm going to tell you right now is that when this show ends, you will be automatically redirected, those that are in the chat in this stream, to Bobby Nick's 1978 channel for his feed for the In the Lounge show coming up. And that's what I'm saying. Baby step it one show at a time. Walk over to Bobby Nick's In the Lounge show, and when he's over there, he'll tell you what show you can get to after that. That's the best way I find to follow my friend Bobby Nick, the prolific podcaster. In the Lounge, immediately following this show, $1 per song. You got to start watching it on 1978. You end up on the Rumble, and it's a lot of fun. Thank you, my friend Bobby Nick, for being back. Oh, there you go.
Right.
Let's see. It's Wednesday for me, so I'll just be doing show prep like I do because I love doing my show Monday through Friday, 3 hours a day of live content, bringing it to you. I love and appreciate you guys. Thanks for giving me a place to do this show every day. Go check out Bobby on the Lounge. I'll probably be doing a combination of show prep, getting something to eat, taking my dog out who probably, she's only not jingling because she's not in the room, Bobby Nick. So I know I got that to take care of on. So I'll be lingering and I'll be lurking in a lot of chats and always keeping an eye out for my friends and the fun that they're having. So folks, like we like to say here on The Vibe, it's not bye folks, it's just bye for now. Thank you everyone for joining us today for Vibe Stream Show 337. For Andrew the Giant in Florida, for my friend, co-host, and friend today, Pete Cunt, and my friend and co-host, Bobby Nick, go over and head over in the lounge or just hang out in this chat. You will be automatically redirected to the next fun show right after this. Thank you. I am BF Bobby Fran saying peace and love, and we'll see you the next time we see you on The Vibe, folks, because I would like to say here, it's not bye, it's just bye for now, and we'll see you the next time we see you on The Vibe.
That's enough internet for me today. I am going to wash myself with holy water to get rid of all the stupidity I saw today.
Jackie Mason. Fucking Bobby's fucking funny. Bobby Grant. I gotta give it to you.
Line of the day, Bobby.
Super creative, super original. There's a show called The Vibe.